Hey, it's Ross Payton with Roleplay Public Radio. We're playing A Dirty World. This is the Weight of Her Shadow, Part 2.
Yes.
We're going to a funeral.
Because one just wasn't enough.
Part 1 was about yeeting skulls into the bog.
Yeah, there's that. The family has come back together for Grandma's funeral, Oma's funeral, and you've been discovering, as her grandchildren, a lot of things you did not know about her, and it has been troubling. Obviously, the inheritance is still weirdly questionable, but you are gathering a lot of the truth. There is one member of the family you guys didn't account for, because there is still one child remaining. The eldest of Charlie's children, therefore the oldest grandchild.
Oh, snap.
Oh. Who is this person? Because they're here for the funeral now.
Oh,
they're going to speak.
Our brother?
Is going to be Charlie's eldest child. And to review,
not our child.
Ross is playing Cassie, one of Charlie's children. Tom is playing Howard, Denise's only child. Aaron and Renee are both playing Jim's kids. And Jason is playing the other one of Charlie's kids.
Yeah.
So, Yuto and Cassie, tell me about your oldest sibling.
Mainly,
do you have a name for him?
What kind of a name?
I haven't picked.
If there's one
I left it
named
open.
Yuto and
His
one
name
named
is Herman.
Cassie.
Herman?
Herman.
Herman? Okay, no, go for it.
All right.
Herman Shelby.
Option. Go.
We don't know him as well because he was sent to boarding schools in America. So, yeah.
While you guys were off in Japan. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Why
the thing.
was he sent to boarding school and you guys weren't?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Yeah. Well, there's got to be the Japanese kid and there has to be the American kid because it's, one parent's Japanase and one's American. So that's how
There's three of you.
Yeah. Well, when I showed up, it was like, whatever. A girl, awesome. Who cares? Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow, it's like it's almost relevant. Herman Shelby was sent to boarding schools early on. What has he made of himself?
He actually works for the same company that Dad does.
I forget if we named that. Hold on, give me a second.
It's an auto company.
Itzakawa.
Yeah.
Itzakawa Motors.
Okay. Itzakawa Motors. So he works in the American offices.
So he works for that family that weirdly Oma knew about before technically your dad did.
Yeah.
So
he helps them deal with America stuff.
So is he an actual executive or is he like
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a somebody.
He's in management. So yeah.
All right. He's a planned latecomer, weirdly enough, because whichever character you guys didn't pick was going to show up later.
Nice.
And I did not plan it because it's best if I don't. I want to see how this shapes up. And based off everything you guys did, I know who Herman is. All right, it's the day of the funeral. You've all gathered. You info dumped as much as you would.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's going on. Is there anything you guys want to do before the actual funeral?
Make a strong pot of coffee for everyone.
There actually is it is being held in a local Catholic church.
Oh, okay.
And some of the local organizations did come together because Oma was known. And there were people that knew her. That's a nice way of putting it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying she was beloved.
Yeah.
But
she was known.
But they made an effort to put together like a little potlucky sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's just going to be a whole bunch of like rando cheap ass chips and ambrosia or whatever the fuck. You know how these affairs
Make
go.
your own sandwich rolls.
Nobody broke out the funeral sandwiches for Oma.
Oh, look.
No?
It's like, oh, look, they have meat of some kind.
There is meat and there's like fucking Melba toast or something. I don't know.
It's not the good stuff.
It could be more flattering.
Oma didn't deserve the full Catholic potluck.
Yeah.
This is the sinner meal.
She got a potluck.
Did she get deviled eggs? This is the real question.
Did she?
Or deviled ham.
Yes.
Things with deviled ham.
Somebody's making that subtle reference. That subtle
They
reference.
got the deviled eggs.
Yeah.
No devil biscuit. Anyhow.
Also, before I'm going to take the gun and plant it on Oma's body.
No,
just 'cause.
don't.
You were
Well,
nowhere
about
near
that.
the gun.
That.
You were
Problem.
nowhere near the gun.
I thought I discovered it.
She was
No.
cremated.
Oh, good.
You can't plant a body on
Oh
cremains.
yeah, she was trained.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Or can we?
yeah. We just
Yeah, slip it into the urn. I'm sure no one will hear it
God.
clinking.
All right.
And we're going to Delta Green. All right.
Yes, yes, we are.
All right. So
Well, she should have thought of that.
She already was in Delta Green. It's just the rest of us from
Get her
around.
essential salts. It'll be fine.
there we go. Wow.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case.
So okay, the funeral itself. If you do nothing else to prepare for it,
Well, and
shower.
if there's other people there, I'm going to talk with the others.
you
try and learn
remember
more.
there are the cousins, which I believe one of her.
I'm going to talk to, like you said, people showed up who knew her.
There are people who there's people that knew her. They were showing up that you have no fucking clue who they are.
All right, I introduce myself to them.
Are there any prompts you're looking for to say? Oh yeah.
Older people who look like she would be more likely to view them as peers.
Okay, great. No, there's some older folks there, mostly women. Let's be honest. Age range,
Yeah.
men tend to die sooner. You walk up? How do you present yourself, and what do you use to try and get what out of them?
I'm Cassie. I'm a granddaughter of Oma. Hildy.
Yep.
We're
Oh.
just getting to learn a lot more about her. How did you know her?
Oh, Hildy.
What's your name?
Let's call her Mavis.
Mavis.
We're all fucking Mavis.
All right.
Oh, I'm Mavis. Yeah. Oh, I knew Hildy. Oh, you're one of her granddaughters. What was your name?
Cassie?
Cassie. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's a telling response, by the way. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. She talked about her grandkids every now and again.
Well, how did you know her? Did you?
Oh, we went on church trips a lot.
Oh, you went on church trips.
Oh,
like
yeah.
to where?
One time, we went to Jerusalem.
Oh, I bet that was fun.
Yeah, no. I mean, I thought it was weird at first that she was, Catholic and going on a Baptist trip, but
Oh, you're one of her Baptist friends.
I forgot to mention that part. You remember?
Yeah.
I remember.
Did you ever go anywhere else?
Well, every now and again, she'd just say she was going to go out and see the sights. And, we always worried about her safety, but, she always came back fine. Had souvenirs.
Did you ever go to Mexico with her?
She did go on a Mexico trip with us. Oh, she bought me this great big potted plant.
Mm-hmm. Where was it? I'm trying to... It'd be really neat to know where she went, what she'd done.
We were on a trip to Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. That's
a fun part of Mexico.
Yeah.
We were just there, and we're kind of, it was mainly just a visit, but we also did sort of spread the word of God. She was really enthusiastic and talked to everybody.
All right.
Sure. Yeah.
Bought me a great big potted plant.
Oh, is it that kind of? I'm gonna persuade him to say, "Come on, you
All
can
right,
tell me." Eights.
Oh, eights.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a great big aloe, and it's a shame what happened to it when we got back. But que sera, sera. It was free for me.
Well, what happened to it?
Oh, don't be offended, but some kids came along and wrecked it.
Oh, so you didn't? So it was just gone one day?
Well, somebody tore out the aloe, and I mean, it was like laying by the side of the road. The pot was intact, but I still have the pot. I mean, I planted something new in it.
Oh,
I put a yucca in it.
Yeah.
It's not that pot.
Here, I've got a picture of the yucca.
Yeah.
She like,
Yep. Yep.
The most innocent
What
of drug
does this
mules.
look like? A yucca?
oh, it is definitely a fucking yucca.
Okay.
And there's a
That's a
picture of the
yucca
potted
is
plant
yucca.
before they left Mexico. That is definitely an aloe.
Yeah.
That is an enormous fucking piece of ceramic.
Okay.
Kind of really pretty, actually.
Okay.
Done in more of an Aztec style.
Mm-hmm.
But that is an enormous fucking bit of ceramics.
Okay. Far bigger than the plant would need.
Yep.
Oh.
Grandma.
But this woman is genuinely clueless about this.
Oh, she's got no fucking clue what's going on.
Okay, she was just a patsy.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk your ear off for the rest of before the funeral about like bingo and how your grandmother was a really, really lucky.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Really, Grandma? You couldn't even leave the bingo alone.
Damn in the
You
bingo
couldn't
days.
even leave the bingo alone.
So, Oma.
You were a drug smuggler and an assassin, but no, you also had to cheat at bingo.
All right, we're going to go around the table then.
Yeah.
So Howard, the child of Denise, the black sheep of the family.
Yeah.
Are there any preparations you want to make? Anything you want to cement? Any people you want to look for, talk to? Anything you want to try to just notice on the fly? Or if you have no goal, you can just make a generic observation or whatever.
I'm more kind of like I'm just kind of gauging it, like. It's kind of like this. I'm more like I'm face watching, like as people gather for the funeral.
So you're going for like a generic noticing thing.
Yeah, kind of like okay, like is there anyone who's actually genuinely mourning? No, probably not.
Well,
that.
it sounds like you're using observation.
Yeah.
Okay, you're just sitting back, quietly observing.
Yes.
Probably patience and observation.
That's usually how it goes.
Starts to be the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Patience, observation. Yeah.
Because you're just
Sitting
patiently
back.
observing.
Yes.
A spider.
4s.
How many?
2.
Okay. I mean, there's people that show up. There's people that you have no idea how. There's age ranges that you would not expect.
Yeah.
There's some younger people.
People with earpieces.
No. There's somebody who's about middle aged and wearing a red hoodie. There, which is weird to show up to a funeral. There's
Very disrespectful.
There's also some younger Mexican American men.
Yep.
They don't seem to fit in with everybody else. I mean, you know. But she did talk to a lot of people.
Yeah, no. Talk. Yeah.
Talking is good.
Outreach.
You're free to share this after the funeral because this is what you're stopping and observing.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it sounds perfectly normal.
Yeah. No, nothing's wrong. Next up, Skylar.
Since I was at least main family with Oman, probably got stuck into ushering duties with sending people.
Actually, they have people for that.
Oh, okay. So
Yes, a lot of these funerals do.
I kind of figured Oman might be a little more cheap to say like family does it, fuck you, but
Weirdly, the church did actually get volunteers.
who are the volunteers? I'm curious.
People who just want to make sure she was dead.
It's up to you. What angle do you want to take on this?
Yep. They're like,
Okay.
Do you want to talk to the people showing up? Do you want to observe? Do you want to investigate something specific?
I am actually watching the people who are going up to Oma's urn specifically and before.
Actually, they're not letting anybody into the actual chapel just yet.
So
This is the waiting room before you go in.
before here, so
Unless you want to like hard rush that shit. I mean, we can just say that's going to be slightly out of sequence, but yeah.
no, that's fine. So, but yeah, I was kind of taking a look at some of the other people, like the youths that are coming here.
Youths.
So, are you attempting to make a general observation? What skill do you feel like you're using here? Because that affects what you find.
I'm going to be this is more patience observation for me. I'm just trying to.
You're doing the same thing, okay?
Yeah. So, can I steal yours? Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if the rainbow die does tell anything for me. Let's see. Nothing. Whole fat lot of nothing.
Man, Grandma knew a lot of people.
She did.
She must have been really friendly at the store.
So no. I guess I was nothing.
You are noticing your cousins and sister are like.
yeah, like,
No,
see all their friends at the silencer and suppressor store.
You don't know.
It's called
Yeah.
Incorporated.
Kinsley.
I'm gonna try and do a little bit different with understanding see-through lies. So, like, kind of seeing who looks like they really are just here to make sure that she's dead, essentially, or anybody who's just acting fishy.
Like, we're not here for a funeral. We're not bored. We're stupid intense.
Yes, we're watching.
Go for it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 9s? 3 9s.
Shit. Okay, yeah. You recognize the young Mexican American men.
Ooh, I know them.
Yeah, you know them. you've seen them at least. You've seen them around Omaha.
Okay.
Like, she used to occasionally take you out to Algonquin, that nearby town with all the migrant workers. Mm-hmm. And she'd go to certain restaurants. Mm-hmm. And you've seen different ones of them at different times. Mm-hmm. And they'd always waltz on up and say something. Have we ever determined how fluent your character is in Spanish?
I do not believe that we have figured
I will
that
let
out.
you have a flashback, essentially.
Do have understanding very high.
Why don't we go with... this will be a separate roll to remember exactly what they said. What's a good way to say I know a different language that isn't specified? I would say understanding corruption or understanding...
Yeah, comprehend dubious motives.
Yeah.
Understanding corruption. You can roll that. It's not much, but this would be your chance to have caught innuendos in a different language and remember them.
7s. 2 7s.
They talked a lot about gardening tips, but it was always awkward. And they are extremely calm. Also, there's the guy with the tone locks, and also there's, all kinds of stereotypical things you could point at, but we're not going to go there. But no, I mean, they're dressed really, really nicely, just as you remember them. And when they talked to her, they just came up and they were extremely respectful, out of the blue.
Okay.
God's like godmother.
Kind of. You suspect gardening tips had nothing to do with, you didn't think of it much at the time because you did say you were more of an ingenue. But after everything you've learned...
I mean,
that garden was always bountiful.
Did my grandma order a hit while we were eating at the restaurant?
Maybe. She might have had some enchiladas and murder. Also, yeah, a lot about gardening. A lot about where things are planted. Where things are planted. Where vague mentions. And also, a specific phrase comes up again, over and over again. And that is, give me a second here, sorry. Notes for days.
Silver or lead?
No. It's worse. There's a phrase, I don't speak Spanish that well, and I'd have to look it up on the spot. I'm sorry, I don't have this ready immediately because, yeah. It translates to blooming star. And
earlier we were having a lot of stuff about red sands, right?
Yeah, they don't talk about red sands. They're talking about
never spoken about red sands.
They did not. They never came up. No Rojo sands or whatever. Blooming star comes up a lot in your memory. Suddenly you're like, you thought it was a flower, but now you wonder.
But I've got more understanding now than I did when I was a sophomore.
So now you're thinking, blooming star, does that mean something? So
I'm a wise junior now.
You have possible knowledge of a thing associated with those questionable gentlemen who are extremely calm, extremely well-dressed, and keep checking the back of their belt.
This is the version of Meet the Parents you have to watch while popping benzos.
So, but you do have you suddenly recalled a phrase very clearly that came up a lot. In fact, they even said blooming sands in English a few times as well. Oh, sorry, blooming stars.
Sands? Okay.
Blooming stars. My bad. Sorry. Blooming star. So that brings us to Yuto.
So obviously I'm there in my dress whites, and I would like to roll an understanding honesty, finding flaws in true statements as people keep coming up and
saying something nice.
Yeah. I want to see who's maybe somebody
Are there any specific people you want to target, or
no? Just I gotta figure fairly middle America, like everyone's going to be coming to me wearing a uniform, so I want to take the opportunity, try and milk that as best I can.
All right, yeah. And you're probably going to rock the uniform a bit. I'll give you an extra die for that, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, good. Because that gets a response.
Yeah. I got 7s. Yeah, I got 7s.
No, there's one of her former nurses.
Okay.
Who talked about how she was very private.
Yeah.
And is concerned about, let's see what I called her again. Jim's wife, one of your aunts, who was dicking around a lot, and it was upsetting your Oma when she was starting to lose her senses a bit.
Digging around where? Around the
Desks, things like that.
Gotcha.
It really, really upset Oma, and she kept like doing things like walking out to the garage. A lot. She started smoking again, actually, towards the end. She would excuse herself to smoke, stand outside the garage, then go into it, then walk back out and lock it back up, and come back in.
There's so body in that trunk.
But, yeah, no, it was weird. She was kind of creeping me out, but, I mean, please don't take that the wrong way.
Sure.
I mean, you know, when things reach that point. Yeah, and, you know, there'd be, like, people calling over. I mean, there was the handyman that would always drop by.
Handyman.
What's his name?
Well, yeah, they call him a fixer.
Tony.
No, he actually would come over and fix things.
No.
Like
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Jimmy did the handyman, yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy was like lit down the street, and he just, you know, he's doing odd jobs. I mean, we all suspected he was up to something. I mean, but yeah. But yeah, you get that there was a handyman apparently involved somehow.
Oh, great.
And yeah. So, God, I want to come up with some weird communal issue of things. Assuming you all gotten a picture of Oma by now.
Yeah, no.
What kind of things?
Kind of a poster, really.
What kind of things would Herman say about her? Because he is the eldest of you. Give me, how's this? Each of you tell me one detail about a woman who was less than kind to her own family, very controlling. Mm-hmm. What's something? And remember, she used to own a ranch as well. Each of you say one thing that Herman would also know and might bring into the eulogy, which is going to be stupid backhanded. Like, he has been crafting this shit since long before she died.
She was a strong woman.
She was a pillar of the community.
She was a pillar of many communities.
Expected the best out of everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Demanded almost.
But didn't trust anybody as far as she could throw them.
How would we phrase that nicely?
Yeah, that's not backhanded. That's not subtle.
She was
But
discerning.
was reserved.
She's very
She
discerning
had
of
high
character.
standards.
Discerning of character.
Yeah.
She could always, yeah.
She was always successful at business.
Oh, quite. He does actually mention many businesses. And
she never got caught.
so she was a very strong woman. She was a pillar of the communities, of many communities. She was weirdly able to just communicate with everybody, despite the fact that she had older, rather outdated opinions on many people. But she's a product of her times.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Naturally.
Great. No, this all works. It fits perfectly. Yeah.
Back in the days where you a complete shitheel.
But yeah, no, the mentions of businesses he stops for a second during that. She had her hands in many businesses. Many businesses. I mean, she kept in a lot of constant contact with a lot of people overseas even.
What do you know, Herman?
Tell me your secrets.
So now you know that Herman I'm just granting it to you.
Yeah.
Herman, as the oldest of you,
Knows some shit.
he knows something. You're not sure what?
So what you're telling us is we have to get into Herman's head.
Possibly. Yes.
I'm glad I got it.
I'm going to be honest. You're not the only one. I remember that show. God. Why do I
Your
remember that
shakes
show?
of disapproval are all I
Shake
need
my
to know.
head.
It works. It works.
Especially when you pull shit like that on me.
He talks about, again, the things you all knew about her moderate flexibility on the ideas of property. He tells a charming story about being sent over to the neighboring farm to picket an orchard because they weren't going to harvest anytime soon, but those apples were ready now.
Fuck.
Also the jalapenos. She loved jalapenos. Shit like that. Yeah, and afterwards is the horribly uncomfortable pseudo-luncheon being put on by the church, where they put on a slideshow that has pictures of her during the occupation of Germany, and a few photos here and there later, and a whole lot towards the end of her life. most of them at the end of her life.
Who chose this selection?
Our parents, probably. Actually, my
Jim.
mom, probably.
Yeah,
Yep.
So I'll give you your afternoon activity is either to milk this or go somewhere else.
Gotta get in Herman's.
Yeah, I'm gonna take notes of like where she was, like what other places.
There's pictures of obviously Mexico. The Jerusalem trip comes up.
Mm-hmm.
She did in fact go to Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
There's a picture of her in front of the Kremlin.
When?
Well, I mean, you know that age when like you're past your prime and you should be declining, but you don't for about a few decades.
Yeah.
It's during that time.
Okay.
Somewhere possibly the late 80s through the early 2000s. You're not sure.
Okay. Pretty. Wait. Is Grandpa with her?
No.
So it's after he passed away.
Yep.
Okay.
More, you don't know, actually.
Oh, she traveled by herself even when Grandpa was around?
You're not sure, actually.
Okay.
You weren't there for all of it.
Well, all right, fair. Touche.
So,
Strong-willed.
Yeah.
Strong woman.
Yeah.
Strong.
very well traveled.
Yeah.
Almost suspiciously so.
Worldly,
Yeah.
even.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll keep notes of all that, try and figure that out where the secrets and lies begin in it.
Sometime in the 2000s, her on the Great Wall.
Damn. Oh, yeah.
Early 2000s. Very, very early 2000s.
Yeah.
In fact, you do remember hearing about the time she went to China with one of those groups to do some missionary work, even though she's not Baptist.
Yeah.
They went to China.
Yep.
Right around the time that plane went down. Anyhow, for those at home who can't see my face, I'm enjoying this.
I did wonder why I saw the operating instruction booklet for a for a Stinger missile
Yeah.
in her possessions.
You're not sure. But, again, the later pictures are a lot of her with her friends, some of whom are here. Yeah. So, does anybody want to make a specific called roll of observation for anything during this event? Before you break and try to figure out where to go next.
Well, I mean, I'll watch the photos just to see if there's anything new that I can pick up. Yeah. So you guys can do something else.
So what roll are you going for?
Patience observation.
All right.
Or I could do understanding and corruption.
Yeah, no, that would work.
Okay.
I will buy that.
All right.
For $1.
$1.
Yep, 2 5s.
Italy, Russia, Japan, visiting Charlie, of course. Yeah. But they're in Osaka. So Italy, Japan, China, Russia, Germany. Obviously, she went back on occasion. France. You start thinking about the languages those letters were in. All those places are represented. Oh, South Africa. It's an older one. Like from the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Lovely tourist spot. All that apartheid and everything.
Yeah.
Also, a big thing you're going to notice, Grandpa wasn't with her for a lot of her foreign visits.
Oh, even when he was definitely alive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yeah. I wonder if we have any of the stuff from Grandpa's funeral left over.
I'll give you this one for free.
Yeah.
Something you hadn't thought about.
Yeah.
You have a flashback. When Grandpa died, she took a lot of stuff. His signature lazy boy, a lot of things he picked up when he was in the service, brought him out into the barnyard, a little island out in the bog, and burned them. Fuck. Burned it all.
So there was no slideshow like this during the wake or anything?
Grandpa's slideshow involved him in the Marines and occasionally having pictures here and there. He was big on the Pacific Front, but he had a goatee at some point, which he thought was weird.
Okay, I just want to burned them in the sense of like
Physical.
Viking funeral, or burned them in the sense of die you bastard.
Yeah, that's,
Also, yes.
there's a big difference on that. So.
You can make a roll to discern her intentions. I would say anything that applies to that. Are you trying to see through lies? Are you trying to
Understanding see-through lies would be great.
I believe that might fit under purity. Weirdly enough,
Okay, I can do that too.
Could I help her with that one?
you can either purity or
see-through
corruption.
lies is literally under deceit.
Yeah, so you can
Understanding
deceit, you can purity. Weirdly
Okay.
enough, see someone's best side. You can, if you have another case, let me know. But whichever one you think is best.
Okay.
So I could try to do the purity once you're
I
pure,
have
yeah.
6.
Okay, yeah, go for it. You're going to have a better chance. So.
Twos. Nope. Wait, no, that's a 6 and a 9. 2.
It wasn't like die you bastard, but it was remove all trace of somebody's memory.
I'm glad
It was a mourning process thing, but it was really severe and weird. Notably weird, actually. Like the fact that you didn't even think this tiny woman could drag that lazy boy all the way from the upstairs by the fireplace out to the bog by herself. But apparently she did, you think.
Unless she had one of her well-dressed friends help her.
You don't know. All you know is that it wasn't like a screw you, buddy.
It was to hide the evidence.
You're not sure, but it might have been. It
wasn't like she was mad at him, though.
No.
Okay.
It was, if she was mad at him, it was a different reason. But no, it was definitely part of the mourning process, actually part of it. So.
Okay.
But that is an important thing to note. Not anger, but almost mourning plus utility.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very
Taking care of business.
It was a matter-of-fact behavior about it.
This is what you do when someone dies.
I will give you even that Charlie was pissed off about this. Like, how dare you do this? He still is. So, I believe we've got 3 people who have not taken an action yet.
I was thinking, cunning plus observation, spot an ambush, like watching the slideshow. Is there anything really important in like the background, like something
You can slideshow. You can also observe the people at the thing.
Okay, I'll go with the people then, since we've done the slideshow.
I'll do the slideshow then.
I got ones, so something.
The well-dressed gentlemen are weirdly patient for this event, and there is a person wandering around talking to people. The guy in the red hoodie. He has a cane. That's about all he got.
Yeah.
I'd like to go with also cunning observation, specifically on Herman, to see, pick up on anything about his reactions towards other people, especially because given, some of the backhanded statements that we're going through, just like how much did he actually know, or who specifically is he talking to after the funeral?
All right.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Two 8s.
Herman is talking to Charlie and Kimiko briefly, obviously. He does make some rounds. He's playing everything straight-laced.
So with his parents, how terse is that? Because I've never really gotten the full impression of their relationship. Or
hey, I haven't talked to you for a bit. Sorry, I've been busy at work with the company, as you know, because Dad, you still work there.
Okay.
And Mom, you know about the company.
Okay.
As far as everybody else, you do know he explicitly avoids certain people.
Who is he avoiding?
He is avoiding the well-dressed gentleman. He is avoiding Red Hoodie. And mostly the Baptist crowd. Not fans of them for some reason. Everybody else, he's like, yeah, okay, cool. Oh, you're the cousins. Yeah, how's it going? Did you ever take that ultralight back? Huh? I'm moving on. I'm going to get more pretzels. He is pointedly awkward and terse with pretty much everybody. But there's some people he's very pointedly avoiding, like not making eye contact, not getting near.
So,
Yep. At least one of you,
I was going to do the same thing, but with the slideshow.
So, what are you looking for in the slideshow?
Again, just using for what we have come to realize was true about her. Just like basically, like looking at people, places in the backgrounds, things like that.
Okay. Your revelations may not be what you think, but go for it.
What are you rolling?
I was going to do cunning observation.
All right.
I see nothing.
You get a freebie.
Oh, goody gumdrops.
Not a lot of pictures of any of you.
Look, we all know Grandma didn't like us.
Weirdly, a couple of you are briefly in corners of pictures. Some of those pictures, your family actually has in photo books. You're in some of those pictures. But it's like they crop them down to focus on her.
Well, yeah, they do that all the time for funerals.
Oh, but really pointedly cropped. I'll put it that way.
Oh, wait. We're actually clones.
However you want
Wait.
to interpret that.
It's like, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say this like...
Wait, or we're not even real.
Yeah.
We'll say that wraps up. We're going to go into Friday evening. Do any of you have any specific actions you want to take then?
So we've finished the total funeral.
The total funeral thing wraps up because you've spent time observing, talking to people or whatever you need to do. And...
What's it? So even though she's cremated, they gave her a nice gravestone or whatever,
Or they put like an
Or
above grand
mausoleum.
mausoleum.
they're going to put her in a buried spot in a one of the largest cemeteries in Portland, actually,
Okay.
Oregon. But that's going to happen later.
Okay.
For right now, they just had the cremains. They had a box that supposedly has an urn inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
People were allowed to walk up and pay their respects, but obviously nobody's going to be like, "Oh God, I have to burn." No, God, that would be fucked up. For the most part, actually, that does strike you, freebie. Not a lot of people walking up to that urn.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, but no. And it's just this small, solemn event of occasionally people sharing memories, and it's all the trite stuff you would normally say at one of these events. But yeah, you noticed certain people, and you noticed certain behaviors. So you need to figure out if you're info dumping what, or what your next move is.
Yeah, I mentioned.
Well, we've been pretty open about everything we've found so far, especially since
Did you notice we were actively all cropped out of those pictures?
Yeah.
Like again, there's basic cropping, and then there's.
Are we going to Riverside for this, the post-funeral thing?
The post-funeral thing actually happened in the church where the service was held.
Yeah.
Which is going to be in Tigris.
Okay.
But isn't there a post-funeral thing?
Yeah.
Not really. Everybody's just going to go home. Well, not home, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Jim's family is going home because they live in the area. Everybody else is just going back to Riverside.
Okay.
And whatever they're going to do there. So you can decide what you want to pursue.
So wait, is this like dinner now? Or
You had that brief little like snackish sort of thing. It was a really dry table, to be honest. Some of the parents discussed the possibility of going out to one of the local bars or something, or some restaurant, but they can never come to an agreement, and they part ways.
Okay.
I told my parents I want to hang out with Cassie.
Okay, just be home before bedtime. I mean, we don't want you getting into bad habits. You're still in school.
I don't have school tomorrow.
Well, no,
It's Friday.
but you know the habits.
I'll call you if I decide to stay over there.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, you will be with adults.
Yep.
Adults.
Family.
Yep.
All
Totally
right.
transfer the adults.
When we get to Riverside, that's where the Corvette is, right?
Yeah.
We go into the garage, have one of you keep eye on the door, and we pop the trunk.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I kept the keys. I think.
Okay,
So
yeah.
So I'll go down and I'll make the excuse that I'm keeping an eye on.
All right, let's have a giggle. Who wants to volunteer to roll a die for me?
Sure.
Okay, then.
All right. Even or odd?
Even.
Is there a dead body in there?
Nope. 7. That's not.
Clean. It's very clean.
It's the cleanest it's ever been.
Sorry.
That's
There's
what we what? So why are you sorry? That's the good.
If there was a dead body in there,
Yeah.
we would literally have to figure out a way to clean it off.
I mean, there's no donut in there. There's no spare tire, but I mean, it's a
Yeah.
sports car, so I don't know. You don't.
Like
you're
that
not sure.
was the good result.
It's a very clean trunk.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Actually, patience to see if anybody else moved the car before we were.
Well,
Freebie.
if they did,
freebie, they'd have to gas that fucker up first.
Yeah.
Remember?
if they did us a favor because again, I don't. We've already.
Remember the bog.
No, don't. What bog? I don't know. Bog.
So, do you guys want to push
Why am I
yourself?
the only one who's watched Law and Order? Come on.
Look, I'm in high school.
Do any of you want to push yourselves that night, or just get some rest and figure out
We'll
what to
get
do?
some
in the-
rest.
Just get some
Yeah.
rest. And,
I say we go to the storage shed. Tomorrow.
Agreed.
Storage.
Yeah.
Saturday. All right.
Yeah.
Break. One of you did have the keys.
Yeah.
You're not sure what all the keys go to. There's a lot of keys. A lot of really weird looking keys, too, but yeah.
Any of them
Define
level?
weird, so.
There's a variety of keys. They're not all basic house keys. They're not all car keys. They're not all like tiny padlock keys or anything. There's just a variety of keys. One of them's even a skeleton key. Shit, I mean, who knows? One of them's a key. It's just basically 2 prongs. So,
Google key with 2 prongs. What comes up?
Electricity.
old school Korean locks?
Okay.
Anyhow,
Oh, fuck.
like Pyongyang? What?
yeah, no, traditional locks in various Asian places. Specifically, the one that matches closest is old Korean locks.
Okay. Did you ever write in Korean? I mean, I could tell.
You'd have to go back through those old notes because you've been processing a lot.
All right, that's fair.
You could spend the night doing that.
Yeah, this is really like a true crime podcast that takes like 3 seasons. To,
We're going faster than that.
I know. I'm just saying, like, fully unravel this. Like,
There's a lot,
yeah,
and you've got a timetable.
yeah.
You're partway through. You're about, yeah.
All right, so yeah, we get some sleep because we did stay up all last night.
Yep. There was a lot going on. A lot.
It's all
And
right.
you're all really tired.
I'm gonna go wash
Your
my
eyes hurt.
hands now.
All right.
So we'll go around. If anybody wants to push themselves, you said no. So
Yeah.
your plan is to go to the storage shed.
Yeah, so get some sleep and.
Don't say storage shed like that.
Find work shed. Anyhow,
That's better.
It's worse.
It is.
you didn't check the work shed. Anyhow,
Is there a work
You didn't say there was a work shed.
you didn't ask.
Oh.
Sean, fucking a mission.
I'm fucking with you. on
Okay.
this. All right. Most of those tools were kept in the garage.
Is there a work shed? You have to tell us if there's a work shed.
No, I was fucking with you. Specific angles, are you all going to go to the storage shed in Cleellum? Or
That was.
I mean, we get through searching it faster if there's a lot of shit.
Yeah, and a lot of
then
it.
we can split up together. And,
all right.
We all know too much right now, so we want to keep everything together as far as we know. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, we do need to look at the will too. Like before I turn in, I'm going to look through those photos of the that I took of the will.
Okay.
And see if anything pops up on a skimming of it, I guess.
Okay. Now, give me a. Let's see. This would be more discerning specific details in a document. I don't really think that's really. It's not really a patient's observation.
run away.
I don't think observation really fits this one entirely. I will give a patient selfishness or a dog barking. I will give a. Actually, generosity could also come in handy here because you're dealing with wealth. And so observation is not so much going to help here. Demonstration, not.
What about understanding corruption?
Understanding corruption? Yes, will perfectly work.
'Cause I'm good at that.
Go for it.
Nope.
There's just something not right about this.
Okay.
You're not sure what, but from the pages you can see, I mean, some are newer, some are older.
Okay.
That's about all you got. But, I mean, that happens with wills a lot, but it stands out to you.
I will. Yeah. Tomorrow I'll have the others look at it. But...
Okay. So the following day, y'all get up bright and early, or not, your call. And it sounds like you're going to Cleellum to check out the storage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you telling anybody about this?
No.
No.
I just follow Cassie around.
Well, we gotta make an excuse if we're doing something.
Well, it's like all
We're just
Cousin
going
trip!
I will tell you something. You're going to say you're going to Leavenworth, which is a little tourist town out in the same area. It's supposed to be like a classic German village sort of setting. It's like they have pole tapping and shit like that. You know, it's one of those places. It's a tourist trap. It used to just be a trailer park back in the 60s. Anyhow, that was not made up. It's kind of fun. I always liked it. They always have like traditional German dancing in the fucking place.
Yeah.
So,
Cousin trip!
Washington State.
Yeah.
Leavenworth, tourist board, please
Cousin
pay me.
trip.
So yeah, no, you announce the cousin trip. You say Leavenworth because that was a tourist spot, and your folks are like, sure.
Yeah.
whatever.
Because also, I'm guessing you didn't tell Jim specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Oh wait, before.
your brother want to go?
Yes.
Are you gonna ask about Herman?
Where's Herman? I assume didn't stay with us in Riverside.
He took a hotel room.
Yeah.
So I
I
mean,
think Herman knows some things.
does somebody want to talk to Herman instead? Do you want to split up?
Well, Yuto could go talk to Herman because they're the older brothers. They know each other well. So,
Anybody else want to go with Yuto?
no, I want to go check out the storage shed.
I'm with Cassie
Storage shed.
always.
Yeah.
It's you guys' call.
I guess in this case, I can go with Yuto once you're ready. So, and I'll.
No, you should come with us. We should all go to the storage shed. Yuto can do this by himself. They got along great.
Oh god, this is great. All right,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're
What's your proof of this?
full disclosure.
brothers.
She's their sister. She would know.
Yeah.
Full disclosure.
Just like I know all about you, Skylar.
Jason briefly
What
had
do
to
you
step
know
over the
about me
table
at
and he's
this
getting sold
moment?
out hard in a game of.
Besides that.
He gets to be informed when he comes back.
We need more people to look through shit.
So it's your call. I mean, it's a free country. You're your own person.
Okay, so I'll
do
go.
you Yuto or do you go to Cleo?
we
I
shove
will-
Yuto at Herman.
I'm going to be going. I guess I'm going to be chaperoning this group because somebody is not totally blackmailing me.
Cousin trip!
All right, so we'll start with Team Cleo.
Yeah.
You're going out there. You have the address for the shed. You may or may not have a key.
We'll find out.
Yep. And it's a short. It's like a half hour or so drive. You know, it's really pretty. You show up there. You finally find the place. It's like tucked away behind like a crappy mini mall.
Liquor store and a gun store.
I was going to say more like there's some kind of like electronic store and a dispensary. But anyhow,
Well, there you go.
Oof.
I know where I'm
so
stopping.
close enough.
I know where I'm stopping
one.
after we're done here.
There you go. You might need it.
What?
Okay, so somebody does have the key ring.
Yep.
So,
All right, Keymaster.
This is the.
do you? So you have to check in. The person. I mean, actually, you don't have the code. Storage sheds typically are not like there's like a office up front, and you typically have to key in.
Yeah.
To go through straight through. If you had the code, you just like key in and do it.
Yeah.
Or you could just jump the fence if you want to try that. Or
There's probably cameras.
you can check in up front.
We'll check him up front.
All right.
If we're going to lie, don't make it me.
There's
I-
a bored fucking looking attendant.
Yep.
He's reading through some, like, I don't know, freaking biography or something.
Truman Capote.
Yeah.
You're going, oh, really? Wow. All right. No, go for it.
Okay. Persuasion lies. We're totally authorized to go through our poor grandma's storage unit.
All right. See how well you can tug those heartstrings.
Yeah.
We're literally helping out our parents who are being the main executors of the will. We're just
Poor
trying to find
grandmama. I mean, she passed away and she had a thing here. We totally have the key and you should let us in.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
I see twos and
yeah,
ones.
yeah, twos and ones. I mean, those are. Damn it.
Okay. Okay. It's an awful lot of you.
Well, yeah, because we don't know how much stuff she has. They kind of sent us. They also wanted us out of the house.
Like it's a cousin trip, and
Let me get my bookmark and I'll walk you back.
Yeah. Wait, who? What? No. Who? Sorry, out of character. I didn't hear who you were saying.
He was saying, I'll walk you back. I'm going to put a bookmark in my book and walk you back there.
Oh, I thought he said he was going to notify someone.
No.
Okay.
He's going to walk you back.
Okay.
And there are cameras everywhere.
Uh,
You're not sure how many of them work, but...
Yeah.
Cunning, generosity, say if we can bribe him just a little bit. It's like, dude, we need... That's like, dude, I understand you're doing your job right now.
Go for it. Don't fuck it up.
Hopefully not. This is just...
Wait, how many are you rolling?
4.
All right.
Can you lie any
No,
better?
I can't.
I told you I
no.
couldn't.
You got the entry. He was just going to stand next to you, but now you're making sure he does not stand next to you. So
2 5s, 2 1s.
no, 2 5s will do it.
Here's a 50. Go.
You're probably not going to be able to buy a nice dinner later.
I can
You're
rate.
Getting the stupid
Daddy's
cheapo
rich.
dollar menu. Yeah, you're going to the fridge and getting like the leftover brats from the cookout. I mean,
Leftover rocks are good. But what's wrong with that? I'm a college student, damn it.
I'm just saying.
All right.
That's pretty much what you're stuck with.
Okay, that's fine.
He takes it and goes, I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever, just go through that door over there.
Thank you. So,
All right. What number was it?
I forget, did I give you a specific number? I forget.
I don't know.
I mean, if it's not
7-2. Sorry, it's B11.
All right.
You're
We go to
B11.
B11. So trying out keys.
yeah. So
Okay, who's trying out the keys? And
you got the key. Well, you got the keys.
it's your call who tries them. I'm going to say this is kind of, it could be demonstration cunning. It could be, where's the lock picking? I think it might be demonstration cunning.
quick fix.
I could roll demonstration cunning with 6 dice.
Unless you want to get rough with it, but that's your call.
Go ahead. So,
All right, I'll do it then.
All right.
Can I borrow
Borrow.
one more? Thank you.
I see 2 8s.
8s. 3 8s.
Okay. You
3
very
eights.
quickly stop, look at every key, look at the padlock, flip, flip, look, flip, flip. Hold the key next to the padlock. That's a little too long. Flip, flip. 2 prongs. Flip,
I was
flip.
like, that's foreign. No.
And ka-chunk. You open it.
Just like, I guess we should get ready or something.
Now, do you do anything before opening it up, or
Take
Cross
the padlock,
ourselves or something.
take the padlock out. Open up a little bit. Take a sniff. Is there like a dead body smell in it?
I'll give you a freebie.
Yeah.
It just smells a bit musty. That's all.
Okay.
so are we seeing any wires? To
Oh, it's
a
just
booby
dead.
trap?
No dead bodies, just dead dreams.
Open it up.
It's the old Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy argument.
Yeah.
Most spies are really boring people on some level.
Yeah.
They're not trapping everything. But there is an awful lot of shit in here. Antique rugs, plastic trash bags filled with who knows what, file boxes, like banker boxes, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
A bunch of those. A couple of wooden crates. So I'll tell you what, whatever skill you want to use to search this specifically for what, you give me an angle you're searching for, and we'll figure out the roll.
I know before we do anything though, I am going to take photos of it undisturbed. So
Okay.
we have like an inventory of what it's supposed to look like before anything else happens.
It's
Also
not-
look at the dust on the ground, see if anyone else has been here. Or
It's
is-
not super dusty. I mean, a lot of these places are less dusty than you think.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it doesn't look like it's, like, been there for ages and only disturbed
Well,
by
I mean, it
suicide
doesn't look like
bombers.
anyone's been here like in the last week.
Looks like everything's just sitting where it is.
Okay. I could use understanding and deceit to see through lies and see what is being hidden.
I'll give you a shot at that.
All right.
Why not?
Because I'm good at that, it turns out.
What?
Yeah.
Your family never lies.
I made a living lying about, let's see here.
C3s.
C4s.
Okay, yeah. I'll give you one thing and then we'll come back to it in the second round.
Sure.
Because you did search for one thing specifically earlier. It's an old Korean chest in the back.
Fuck! Run!
Yeah, try the two-prong thing.
So we'll come back to that in a
This is
moment.
where this becomes the Delta Green game.
A master of unlocking, click.
I was going to say Kingdom Recreation, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Tom.
If that chest starts thumping, I'm not going to open it.
Howard, what are you looking for? What's your angle?
I guess I'm looking for like financial files because of like what I was discovering about the portfolio. And
So you're checking the banker boxes?
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like you're really going through paperwork a lot.
Patience demonstrated.
I will give things like generosity-based stuff. Even selfishness, patience could also work. Let's see. Other possibilities there. You can make cases for some understanding and persuasion-based stuff. I will not let you punch the boxes to get the information out. That just never fucking works.
So,
Damn it.
cunning and generosity.
Cunning and generosity. Yes, payouts and bribes. This is actually ideal for the situation.
All right, I will give it a shot.
All right.
6s. Oh man, three 6s.
Perfect. Yeah, you're finding old copies of the will.
Ooh, like, hey guys, there's old wills here. How many?
There's been adjustments, several.
Like, actually, I was like, when did she start hating the grandchildren, or was that always?
Well, technically, you guys were never named to start with, but well, as you're going through, you find mentions of something referred to as Schwierigkeiten, which for freebie, hard times, and it refers to a box number. You'll have to look that up later. But yeah, Schwierigkeiten and a number associated with it. Also, it is rather old, and there is also a routing number.
Dun, dun, dun.
Have to look that one up. But you did check that one off, so hell yeah. I'll give you that one right off on the search. But you have found an older copy of the will.
Okay.
At least multiple draft portions. Older pages that match some of the older pages from the folder.
How old is it?
The pages are
dated?
yellowed.
Well, yeah, are they?
They're
dated?
yellowed, but they have been printed off by a post, like an inkjet.
Okay.
So it's at least
But
from
there's
the
no
90s.
date on it.
Specific dates. I mean, you search around, you can find certain like references, but it gets confusing.
Okay.
That's what I'm giving you basically for this.
Okay.
But you did find the Schwierigkeiten. Next up.
Let's see. So banker's boxes have already gone through. That's like we've gone through, getting ready to go through the chest, the green chest. What else was there in here? So the
Banker's boxes, an old
Banker's
Korean
boxes.
chest, garbage bags that you don't know what the fuck
thank
is in
you.
those.
Let's start looking through some of the garbage bags. Can they? Somebody had to do it.
Garbage bags, old storage bins, like plastic ones.
Okay, yeah, start going through that. And this is mainly just I want to see if I can maybe use patience, education, knowledge to see what can be stored in there too. If this is just general, that's like general thing. If this is clothing,
Okay.
keepsakes, whatnot. So
Give me the search. You said
I
it, Nim.
know. I found a small dog that was still living in here.
Nim knows something's up. All right.
She does. She
You
can
do.
tell when things get tense.
Also, you touch mommy's dice. So.
That's true. So nope, nothing. Oh wait, I didn't roll one more dice. So
Everything rests on this.
Dun, 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 dun.
No pressure.
Jesus.
nope,
I mean, you had a
I will mark you
40%
down
chance.
for a weird freebie.
Wait, that's it. Was that an 8?
no, it was a 2. So thank you.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm not gonna flub those. I'm not gonna.
I will mark you down for a weird freebie,
Okay.
and we'll come back to you at just after the Korean chest.
Okay.
So,
Korean chest.
Kinsley.
Cassie was looking through the Korean chest. What was next to the Korean chest in the back?
Way in the back. I mean, there's more storage bins.
I mean,
There's
I'm
trash
just
bags,
essentially like I'm staying as close to Cassie as possible because I just think Cassie's the best. So, like, whatever's next to the,
What do you want to?
chest.
What angle do you want to push for trying to find something in this massive amount of Oma's shit from when she cleaned out a lot of the old house? And,
understanding, maybe see someone's best side, like
Purity?
the organization or whatever. That I feel like there must be organization in this place. I can figure
All right.
this out.
Okay.
Okay,
There must
so
be some sort of logic to this chaos.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a bunch of shit thrown in the storage shed, but yeah.
But there's had to have been reasons why, like, certain things were put in trash bags versus certain things were put in tote bags or
All right.
whatever. 2 3s.
2 3s. The stuff in the trash bags is nothing of hers personally. It's like leftover shit from everybody's parents.
Okay.
Shit
Like
they
our
left the
parents.
house. Yeah. But 2 3s does give you something. I will say. You find. Okay. Yeah, nice. As you're looking through some of, I'm going to say Denise's old dresses that she left when she left the house.
Is there a chirping bird in a bird cage?
No.
God, why would that even? No. But you do feel like something squarish and hard.
Like in a pocket?
It's like wrapped in a
Or in a
dress.
coat?
And
Oh, it's wrapped in a dress.
You unwrap
Okay.
it, you find a band, which is to say you find a banded stack of dollar bills.
Hey guys, look, I found money.
They look weird, like
Weird money.
before your time. It's definitely U.S. dollars, but it looks like from the old movies.
What's the date on them?
Yeah.
They're prior to, they're at least before, how's this? Before the 90s reissue of like 20s and 50s.
Mm-hmm.
They're the old 20s and 50s.
So these
Well, actually,
are-
specifically 50s. And it is a band, as in a stack of
The
bills.
banker section. Wow.
And Denise's stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was hidden in it.
It was
Yeah.
wrapped up in a dress. Yeah.
How like
We'll say 50s. I might be
It's
wrong.
like $5 grand.
Please correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong. It might be hundreds if it's a band of like 10,000. I don't know.
10,000, it was 100. So,
So yeah, something like
50s would be 5.
yeah, it has to be 5,000. It is a stack of fucking old bills that has been wrapped up in Tom's character's mom's dress in a trash bag.
Like,
no bloodstains on it though, right?
Oh God, no, never.
oh, this is old money. There's probably no Coke on it either.
Oh no,
Oh,
there's
no.
definitely
No, it's definitely from the 80s.
This is stuff
talking
printed. This is
about?
stuff printed from the 60s to the 80s.
Oh,
so,
never mind. No,
Oh
there's
God,
a,
it is
no,
like
there's
all.
a shit ton of Coke.
It is
Yeah.
90%
Only
cocaine. But yeah, no, you were holding a bunch of old bills. Technically, you could trade them in. You don't know? Do you announce this?
Yeah, I know. Well, I need to tell Cassie.
Okay, so we're going to take a short break from the storage shed
Yeah.
to go back to Yuto. You were unanimously voted to go talk to Herman.
Fuck me.
I tried to go with you, but I got.
So that's what happens.
We needed more people to search the shed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
All right, I gotta take a
Roll with
breath
it, roll with
break,
it.
But all right, yep.
Brother.
Yeah, he's an asshole. Fucking guy, dude.
Well, technically, Herman has the same mother.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. It's totally
Oh,
fine.
wait. Herman doesn't have the same dad?
Oh, probably does. He does look, I'm just saying. He's your brother.
Yeah. No, we
You
grew up
grew up-
together. As far as all intents and purposes are concerned,
I'll even give you like
Psychologically.
one happy memory about him. Usually, if Oma was on one of her big fucking tears, how's this? When she lit up in the house and cradled one elbow in one hand, shit was about to go down, and he always made damn sure that you and I believe Cassie found somewhere else to be.
fair enough.
He was at least cool about that, but he
Yeah.
was also kind of a coarse individual.
Yeah.
And yeah, he did pick up some of your dad's traits where he's a lot more sly than he ever lets on. He'd have been great in Intel.
Yeah.
he withheld a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Where are we meeting it?
where do you want to meet him? He finds out you want to talk, and he's like, "Oh yeah, anything for my little bro. Yeah, sure.
Let's go to a bar.
Fuck yeah, there's some good places out here.
Okay.
Where do you want to go? Name what kind of bar? Do you want like a trendy sort of like? Yeah, no, you're going to like a place that's like a microbrew.
Yeah, that's fine. Because that'll be quiet.
Yeah. Like outside area, but nobody's really giving a fuck about anybody else's conversations.
Right, right.
Something like one of the outlying towns.
Yeah.
They've got a hell of a porter. Their raspberries, cider is like amazing. He says, point blank.
Yeah. Cool.
Apparently, he's been there.
All right. So yeah.
So, how do you want to approach this? How do you want to find things out from him?
Well,
Oh yeah. By the way, Jason, it's been at least one scene for the funeral. So
That's right. Yeah. You guys can reassign if you want. Sorry, I didn't.
you can reassign, and you can also do an improvement. Certainly, you've understood something new at least. Demonstration of nothing else.
There's plenty of options. Honestly,
Or get taken by surprise if something surprised you.
none of you tormented the helpless.
No.
Nobody really scorned. No righting a wrong at cost without duress.
where's the thing?
You didn't torment anybody. If you go to here's a cheat sheet if you need one. There.
Demonstrations, understanding.
Your faith, you can easily make a case for having your faith betrayed. You've not survived any physical confrontations. Disadvantageous fight, I'm willing to give metaphysical arguments on that one.
Okay.
Taken by surprise, understand something new. Steal from the trusting. You haven't really done that yet. Though some of you, if you hadn't mentioned certain things, that could be counted. Help the unwilling. You haven't done so much of that one.
Righted any wrongs, cost or not.
If anybody else wants to make a case real quick.
I definitely observation.
I just put in demonstration.
Yeah.
I'd say observation definitely being taken by surprise. So,
All right.
So, is this we can just level, or is this we have to shift the point around?
You can
somewhere?
instant quality improvement. You also get the option to shift one.
So you can do both.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I'll probably take that steal from the trusting.
All right. If you
Because I don't have any.
I will say
there.
if you've withheld information at any point,
Yeah.
you have stolen from the trusting.
Okay. Definitely going to do that because, I don't have any points up there. And I got a feeling that's going to come up in the sequence.
All right. So you're meeting with Herman at what's the microbrewery called?
Fucking hell, I don't know. We're going enough for
Come up with something like adjective, noun kind of thing. Just rando fucking that. The
Purple
The
penguin.
the drifting leaf.
Okay.
all right.
I
No.
was going to say the stumbling goat, but yeah, drifting leaf is classy.
Steel jaguar. I don't give a fuck. All right.
Silver snake.
Stumbling goat is the crude one across the street.
The necrotic liver.
Okay. So you meet up at the drifting leaf.
It's not far from the drowned dolphin.
There we go.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That place is shutting down soon. All right.
Health violations.
Okay, no. You were at the Drifting Leaf Brewery. It's like a tiny operation, mostly stills out back, and a tiny serving area up front, and a big outdoor seating area with umbrellas and shit.
Yeah.
It's a tiny bit of a breeze out. But yeah, no. He sits down. He's got his drink. You've got yours. How do you approach this?
I'm gonna start with understanding. I feel like there's probably a little animosity, but like you said, there are still some good memories, and the fact that we're hanging around with Oma, kind of brings up more of the positivity than probably the negativity. I think.
Okay, so you think?
So yeah, maybe.
Are you thinking purity, corruption, honesty, deceit? Are you trying to see through a lie? Or are you trying to find flaws in maybe something he said when he was up there?
Yeah, I want to find flaws in true statements, honestly.
Okay.
Because there's something going on.
He did say a lot of shit up there.
He said a lot of
and
shit.
And people came up and, oh, that's such a kind thing to say. Sure.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So, threes. So
let's play this out.
Yeah. So
what do you say? What do you ask for? What do you say?
Yeah. I just Shema say, bro. Long time no see. How's business?
Well, that same old thing. Just a lot of people screaming at me in Japanese, and then expect me to take a fall for them.
Yeah. Well.
Then sending me off to meetings because they don't want to talk to Gaijin.
Sorry. I quickly drink. So
just the normal,
That was some slick shade you were throwing at Oma at the eulogy. Well played.
I mean, she was a character.
Yeah, that's a choice phrase for that.
A lot of issues.
Did you talk to her much? Was there
I mean,
were you just getting overwhelmed with old memories, or was there something a little bit fresh going on there? Because
okay,
pretty savage rose.
It's not. Listen, it's not. I mean, I wasn't trying to be mean or anything, but I was expected to. Being the oldest of us, They wanted me to talk.
Yeah.
I mean, I meant what I said.
Yeah.
But I had come back a few years ago. This place was actually kind of new back then. You look up. There's an established, sometime like we're going to say 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, I came back. Like this place had just opened up, and I was supposed to deal with some business, and there's just, I always tried to make sure you guys didn't see a lot of the worst of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, are you sure you want to know this?
I mean, yeah. Like, I feel like at this point you could dump a little bit of that load.
I mean, it's not like national secrets or anything. I mean, no, God, company things, but
Dun, 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 dun.
some company things.
Don't tell them about our carburetors.
Yeah, you're holding some secrets right now. Big old stack of passports.
I mean,
And a body.
I don't know how much you found out whenever I was off on business. I mean, you know that Mom and Dad were an arranged marriage, right?
No.
Oh, well, don't tell them I said that. All right.
Okay.
I mean, you really please don't tell
I
them.
mean, I guess it makes sense, old country and stuff, but like, where did that come from?
I'm not sure exactly how it came about. I mean, there was that. I mean, you guys were little, and there was that time we were over at Oma's, and Mom got really shit-faced and just started mouthing off about stuff. And, well, I mean, it got ugly. Oma did not want things to be talked about, and Mom's usually tight-lipped, except when she's on, like, prowl around in gossip mode, which, she does that. And it got mildly physical. But one of the things...
Between Oma and Mom?
Yeah. You were in bed. But I'm just going to say Oma had a bit of a swing in her, all right?
And Mom just took that shit.
Well, I mean, she ran off for a couple weeks. But anyhow.
Ran off a couple of weeks. Was that
She went home.
business trip?
Well, no. That was just that night at the manor. But, yeah, I know. She let it slip that it was an arranged marriage. And nobody likes to talk about that. But it did come out.
So it's Oma arranged the marriage, though.
I think that's how it works. I've heard rumors.
Okay.
But she apparently knew a higher up in the company a long time ago, which is why we've got such a great foothold. I mean, whenever your tours are over, I mean, there's a place for you, right?
Yeah, I get that.
You probably shouldn't let that out.
Yeah.
I mean, that used to be like a totally cool thing at that time.
Right.
Now, Japan's advancing, I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a thing that happened.
Okay.
Sorry to lay that on you, man. I mean,
Well,
it's one of those times when things come out.
yeah, well, I mean, high intense, emotional, psychological situation,
I'll give you another chance to pry into a little bit more because you're in a position to get more information before he runs off.
All right.
And
so that would be,
you're not part of a larger group.
Would that be the same role, finding flaws or see through lies?
He's actually telling you the pretty deeper truths. You can
Cunning observation?
let's see, cunning observation. Reconstructing. I will give you. Oh, sorry. I'll tell you what. You can also potentially, if you can find something you can give to him, generosity might apply.
Okay.
It's not necessarily money.
Right.
You found out a lot of things, but you don't know how much he knows. You can see through lies would be. This would be still. It might still be finding flaws or seeing somebody's best side. Okay. Persuade through decency might apply pretty strongly, actually.
What are you good at?
I mean, I'm good at I'm pretty good at finding flaws in true statements. That's a pretty decent die roll. I think generosity is okay. I could go 3 dice on generosity, pay off some bribes.
What is your highest test? This will come up with an excuse for it real quick. You could tell him a lie that makes him say more.
Okay.
If you want to be a little darker about this. It is Dirty World.
It is Dirty World.
Well, what you said you're good at honesty, understanding.
I'm pretty good at honesty, understanding. I'm good at cunning, demonstration, and observation.
Well, you could do
patience, demonstration, observation. Like those are all my kind of stronger suites.
You do honesty, understanding, and then also if you use gave up one of our secrets, you get a bonus.
That is true.
Okay.
If you use it, that means it's the cat's out of the bag.
Right.
That secret is used up.
Right.
The secrets you had so far. You know that she did something with the DA to get Jim out of a drugs issue.
Okay.
You know, he apparently already knows that Kimiko, your mom, is a daughter of one of her contacts, Kawakami Keitaro.
Okay.
You don't know if she knows about Denise's boyfriend, or that Ted Bransky was paid to fuck off.
That was the bar owner, right?
Ted Bransky was Denise's ex-husband, the artiste, the performance artist that you guys didn't really follow up on.
Yeah. There's only so many.
His dad.
I know, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the DA.
A man doesn't exist.
Getting Jim out. The fixer, because that seems like a pretty good.
I'll give you 2 dice for that.
Okay, cool. Because that seems pretty relevant. Like we're talking about dirty secrets.
Yeah, and it's
like,
no murder.
Grandma's a bit of a fixer. Like, yeah. So,
all right.
and with that, I got 666s. Oh, Lord.
What are you trying to get out of him?
That's appropriate.
What are you trying to figure out? What you're trying to get out of
After the
him?
devil
Phrase it,
woman.
and how do you drop this shit on him?
Okay.
rises.
Yeah, you feel like you've got an edge here. It's kind of something she would have done.
Oh, you know what? Jim, that cousin who is with her is sort of allied with Jim, right? The cousin who's fucking with the Will.
Christopher, who may or may not be fucking with the Will. I mean, you kind of think you're pretty sure he is, but you haven't found the total evidence yet.
Yeah.
Jim does seem to still benefit.
Yeah, so maybe get Herman on the case to go after Jim about that. Because,
About the
Will.
The will, yeah.
Well, you were trying to get information out of him.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, mention that, and maybe, like, do you know anything else about the Will or what she had? Because, Oma got Jim out of legal trouble once, like, and now he's paying it back by stealing from us.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's just my idea, so yeah. Go with that.
does anybody have a better idea about stuff leads we want to hunt down? Or?
I'll give you guys a flashback to discuss what he's going to, since you didn't get a chance to confer with the group for a moment. So
Yeah.
before you all set out for Cleellum,
We're still I guess our goal right now is trying to figure out what Oma actually owned, so we can get an honest will. So basically, what else does she have? Because Jim got in trouble with the law once, and he's clearly up to no good again.
Okay, so
and obviously, your brother Herman he's in on a lot more than you guys.
Right. So
He seems to be the line of demarcation for people that know things.
So we'll go with, we want information, we want him to either give or kind of be on the lookout for, a better, more honest, like unredacted version of the will, so we can understand what is at stake here. And I'm going to phrase that through the realm of secrets and lies. Vis-a-vis. Well, hey, that's a pretty dark secret. While I've been hanging around, I stumbled into my own kind of dark secret, some dark secrets with the family.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to say anything about it, I totally understand.
No, it's fine. Honestly, like, this kind of affects you because it's about Uncle Jim. And
remember, it's Uncle Jim, yeah, but yeah. Okay.
Right. But, it seems Oma really was quite a fixer in many ways because, she got Uncle Jim. I don't know what she had over on the old DA back in the day, but she got Jim out of some serious trouble. Like
his face falls.
And
what do you know?
Refresh my memory. That's what
it was that she did something with the DA, and he's no longer a problem. The DA is still alive,
right?
Or at least he lived beyond
But
that.
there was some quid pro quo that was going on.
You're not sure exactly what, but certain things were implied.
Yeah.
Things of a nature.
Yeah. No. I drop innuendo and turn a phrase. And but yeah, no, trying to get Uncle Jim out of stuff, and now Uncle Jim's sitting poking around with the will, trying to get his family, set up and
How do you know this?
because caught him. We've seen,
You got it from a journal.
Oh yeah, the journal entries. Well, we got bored. So a bunch of us started poking around Oma's old stuff, and found a bunch of weird journal entries, and it seems Jim's been digging. His wife's been digging. Even before Oma was dead, they were getting into it. So I just want things on an even keel. Oma was a problem. She was difficult for all of us, but I really don't feel like the family needs to get divided anymore by dirty dealings on the will. What does she have? Let's divide it up fairly, and let's try and move forward.
All right, I don't know exactly what you picked up. Journal shit. Honest advice, Yuto?
Yeah.
Don't show that journal to people.
Right.
Don't touch it. I heard what, our aunt did with the letters, and you should probably put those away too.
Yeah.
I always had the feeling her hand dove really, really deep into several infrastructures.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Got it.
He takes a big gulp from his pint glass.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that explains that argument. Something Grandpa Buddy and Oma got into a while back.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot. I hate all of our stories being about her crawling up somebody's ass, but it's a lot of her life.
But Oma, so.
Yeah, so, that explains that statement. Okay. Wow. I kind of figured, but, because, Jim wasn't always on the level. But as far as that will, listen, I'm not going to get involved in this, all right? I've got too much to lose.
What do you mean?
I'm not going to lose face with a family scandal back at home base, all right?
Right.
Whatever you do, keep it quiet.
Okay.
Because Dad and I both have a lot to lose if the family looks bad. But, let's see a good thing to drop here. Second cousin Christopher or whatever you want to call him. Maybe you should check his background because he is a piece of shit.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with him now. He was creeping around a lot last time I was here, and that was even that far back.
Right.
I mean, you heard about the time he almost had his, CPA license revoked, right?
No.
He cooks books.
Mm. Oh, great.
If you think there's something going on with the will, if you can deal with it quietly and quickly, I'd appreciate it. If you have to go loud, I had nothing to do with this.
Okay. That's fair.
Who do you know who's inheriting what?
No, that's what I was.
All right.
Maybe you had a better understanding of all this.
I'll just say this. I think Oma owned a lot more than she said.
Mm-hmm.
That lot of travel was always weird.
Yeah.
Meeting with weird people.
Yeah.
Odd hours of the night.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in on that. Good.
Yeah.
She got older. She didn't do it as much, I don't think. Or not with the same people.
Okay.
A lot of them used to wear nice suits.
Okay.
Not so much later.
Right.
So what I can tell you is, figure out what the fuck Chris did. If he fucked with the will, this is going to blow up real bad.
All right.
Dad, Denise, and Uncle Jim, it will go legal and loud, and it will hurt all of us. You need to figure out how to settle this quickly and quietly.
All right.
Who else? Is anybody else in on this, or?
Certainly not the high school student.
Let's open the mystery
Or
box.
you know what? Don't fucking tell me.
Yeah.
No,
You're going to be better about that.
I've got your beer held. I'll grab you a 6-pack or some shit. But listen, just whenever you make your move, you got to do it right. You got to come correct. All right. You have to strike quickly, concisely. You can't muck this up. You can't be messy.
Okay.
Because shit, the DA.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was a police chief. Anyhow.
Well, might have been that too. Who knows?
Okay, well, I'm guessing you've already bumped around the manor.
A little bit.
You know about our rental houses?
Yeah.
All of them?
No.
No. How many? Yeah.
We only know about one.
Okay.
You're
How
gonna
about
have to.
one rental place.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to find those
And
old
the
papers
storage place.
because if Christopher's been fucking around with that, I don't know what's been transferred yet.
Okay.
You might have to find records, and those are real estate transactions.
Right.
But also, it might be in some of the older documents. I don't know.
Okay.
Look at all these older documents.
Do you know how many? Do you know a number? What I should be looking at?
I know about 2 rental houses.
Okay.
I don't know about the rest.
Got it.
I don't know how much she had. I know there are people talking about, like, fields. I know there are people talking about, like, I don't know what they were growing. Anyhow, the point is, you need to find out. But don't tell me.
Okay.
I don't want to fucking get involved with this.
All right.
No. I don't think you understand. My bosses, if they catch the slightest wind, I'm already on thin ice.
I
He
grew
looks-
up there, bro. I understand.
He looks fucking terrified, by
All
the
right.
way.
Good.
He knows you're onto something
Family.
much bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's this family, though.
Yeah. So we'll come back to the storage place. Sorry. Okay. Who wants to go first?
I want to pop open the mystery box.
Yes, the old Korean chest.
Yellow parrot.
It's not thumping. It's fine.
Nope. Question mark. You guys did find the laptop. Okay.
Yep.
God, now I just want to write this fucker down. I'm sorry.
What?
There'll be a brief moment of silence. Fill it with some random noise.
Yeah, so what should we do with this stack of $5,000? I mean, we could all divide it evenly. Go with Yuto. That's 1,000 each.
Again, do we know this is just pure cocaine at this point? That's literally eaten and infused eaten the paper and infused it.
Are you giving up your $1,000 then?
I think so. More for us.
No.
No, I'm more concerned again because, again, Oma obviously had this over here, and consider some of the people who were walking around that didn't look like.
It's been here a while.
It's $5,000. It's not that much.
This is the
She
moment
was
you
into
start digging
that
through.
bad.
You get it open.
Yeah.
Do you forget the handwriting? Anyhow, you can say whatever the fuck you want about this.
Oh boy.
Are you reading to the rest?
Well, yeah. No, I'm gonna be honest. I will take it out of. I will take the object in the red cloth out and the folders.
The object in the red cloth
Yeah.
is a classic Colt 45
Okay.
Oh my god, guns everywhere.
with a silencer, which seems kind of pointless on that thing,
Yeah.
but it's there,
Yeah.
and an extended clip. The
Wow.
modifications look recent,
Okay. This is
within the past couple decades recent.
is it loaded?
You pop the clip.
Yeah.
Yes, it is loaded.
I will
Of course
make-
it's
is it
loaded.
And in the
unloaded?
chamber?
No, none in the chamber.
Okay.
Okay. And the folders. What are in the folders?
You start flipping through. A lot of photos of people. Looks like they were taken through some kind of spy cam shit. Hey, there's 2 familiar faces in there from the funeral.
Is it the well dressed guys or they?
Yes, only they look younger.
Oh.
Still well dressed though.
Oh,
Wait,
quite. Well,
wait.
actually, a little less well dressed, but yeah. Anyway,
Where are they? Where is this being taken?
they're actually taking a kind of an upward angle,
So the camera's on the ground.
Or
or
on a
like the camera's being
briefcase.
held low.
Okay. Someone's wearing it.
Wearing a couple of them look like being held. There's maps of different locations, exit marks, and a lot of border locations with Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Certain locations in around Washington State.
Yeah.
including not where you are, not in Cleellum, but definitely in Belsol, definitely in Gonk, most assuredly in both Tigris and Euphrates, various areas around Skagit Valley and Puget Sound, and a few other spots in the Cascades. A lot of X's.
Yeah.
With dates.
What? How long ago?
Some of those dates look familiar. If you share them with certain people, they might recognize them immediately.
Like how long ago were the dates?
Well, they're not so many recent, but over the past couple decades, there's quite a few.
Okay. Do they match up with
the spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Some of them do.
Okay. So this is she was keeping notes on her criminal conspiracy.
Who's gonna fucking look through this shit?
Yeah. Well,
what did you
her
find?
family.
There's also the other thing.
Yeah.
The other two things.
What? There's 2 hard angular.
2 big brown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 2 big taped up brown bags.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. 2 bags. Yeah.
About I would say about 3 fists side by side size. Yeah.
Is it money?
Drugs.
A little more pliable.
Slightly powdery residue on any of those?
I will.
Oh, they're really clean.
Yeah. I will peek inside the bags.
You'll have to tear them open.
Okay. Is there a way to carefully undo the tape or whatever? Or how's it?
You can try. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I will try and tear the tape so that I can put it back up.
Okay.
Seems to be a patience and
I'm just
generosity.
gonna say, actually, yeah, fuck it, Aaron.
Damn it.
Call down the thunder. I would say, what's a good skill for not breaking shit?
I think cunning and demonstration, maybe.
It's almost kind of a physical thing, almost really.
Well, quick
I think
fix, Jerry.
grace might work.
Okay, great.
Great.
Balancing.
Grace could work. I will give cunning selfishness.
Cunning selfishness.
Like picking locks kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cunning demonstration possible.
I'll do that.
All right. Don't want to go with grace.
Thanks, Aaron.
How many times have you done this to me?
I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing.
Okay. So here's what's happening.
Yeah.
You guys are picking up your stuff and you're
Opening
finding
a
things.
bag of cereal and it just explodes.
Not that bad.
Okay.
It's going to be like you tear it and the plastic tears as well, and a little bit of powder comes out.
Okay.
It's kind of a yellowish powder.
Yellowish?
Yeah.
Understanding corruption?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Also, you all notice this.
Oh my God, Cassie, you trying to get high?
Don't tell me you buy into that dare shit. 10s.
All right.
I've probably seen it before.
That's fucking heroin.
Yeah. Great.
Oma was smuggling skag
You're fucking scared.
from Mexico.
Oh my god.
And what you know about opium? Typically not as much grown out there, which means there's probably more connections here.
Yeah. Comes from the Golden Triangle,
The
probably.
gun possibly might have something to do with that.
Yeah.
And that spreadsheet does tie in now.
Yeah. But she was keeping notes on it, so she was either really confident or she was planning to have leverage over these people.
Or she was getting older and had to remember everything to make sure she wasn't getting ripped off.
Yep. Okay, we're officially hitting over our heads.
Yeah.
I'm putting this all back in the Korean box. Unlocking it again.
But yeah, you found a thing.
I did find a thing.
Does everybody else want to try and ask, or do you want to deceive them, or that's your
Yeah.
call?
Yeah.
I feel like I immediately would recognize a drug parcel.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what it looks like in all of the movies.
Yeah. No, it's something we're in over our head. Text Yuto, what's your ETA?
Fuck.
Everything is fine.
Fuck.
No, everything is not
Can I
fine.
check the tiny drawers under the main compartment?
Sure.
Yeah.
Drawer on the left. Pesos.
Yeah.
Stack of pesos, like the bill.
Yeah.
Drawer on the right. Euros.
Or in the dress. American money.
We got the American money.
Yeah. So again, do you immediately just say, "Hey guys, found a thing," or just
Yeah, no, we need
right.
to have unity.
Secret compartment on the side.
Okay.
Old comic books.
Yeah.
again? This is
Classic artwork.
for the record. This is a tiny Korean
Nazi
chest
gold.
in the corner of a
Very large.
well, in front of a full size like storage unit behind a bunch of other shit that you kind of moved, but you just saw the corner. It looked
All
weird.
right.
Hey guys,
So-
is this impressionist artwork always here?
This isn't exactly something people would immediately pick up on.
Yeah.
It's relatively well hidden when you think about it.
Yeah. But
It's still there.
yeah, it's still there. It would eventually be found out. So I'll find like a duffel bag or something to put, if the chest is small enough to put in that. Or blankets or something to wrap it around.
Blankets you can find.
Okay, blanket. If I can't find something, another container to put it in, then I'll wrap it in blankets.
It's big enough that it's not going to fit in any like regular storage containers, but wrapping it in blankets would be good. What you choose to do with it afterwards is your call.
Well, obviously, we kind of have to get rid of it.
Any reactions
As usual.
to the other people present? Towards Cassie,
Cassie's
kind of
first
going,
instinct.
"Oh fuck, what is this?" Also, the burst
burn it all.
of tiny burst of powder.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
No, it's not. We're now. We
Adding drugs to the list.
Remind me, was it? I think it was Skylar who had the terse conversation with Jim.
Yeah.
Cassie has that look.
Yeah.
That look. Yeah, same one your dad had when he said, "Leave shit alone."
So we need to. Well, we have the will documents though.
We need to
we
remove
need to
those.
get all the other will documents as well. Any other kind of documentation we need in order to find out, get leverage over Chris, and in which case we can use that to make sure he's like not screwing us all over on the will.
I think we need some place other in town to go to other than Riverside.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, whenever Utah shows up, Utah shows up.
Okay, and I think Kinsley, you had another thing you were on hold with. Or no,
I
you
mean,
found
I was
the money.
looking. I don't think so. I was looking
Okay.
through.
Or
Dresses
was there
and
anything
clothes.
else from the? It was the $500 from my bonus for my search, or
That was from
okay.
Mine.
Kinsley.
You said I was there was another like bonus. It's
5,000.
like
And what were we searching again?
through the bags. So
Through the bags. Okay. Let's see. Again, I've got a list of things to find, so it's weird. Bags, yes. You digging through the bags. It's some of like again, more of your Aunt Denise's stuff. But hey, this is weird. I mean, your Aunt Denise was into some weird shit back in the day, but this kind of looks like a hooded cape. It's red. Bright red.
Grandma was an Avenger. Cocaine Avenger.
Literally a supervillain.
It's a bright red cape. Your Aunt Denise's shit that was hastily
She was
thrown into
Snow
trash
Flame.
bags. You're not sure. Snow Flame did cocaine. I love heroin would have had the same effect. So yeah, no, but it's near Denise's stuff. It's bundled up with the rest of it, just shoved in there. That is a really bright red hooded cape.
just patience, education, or I guess
This could be a great Red Riding Hood costume.
No.
Depends on how. Do you want to pursue this?
yes, I do because I'm just kind of curious because
Are there bullet holes in it?
yeah.
Okay.
It's intact. It's clean, actually. Cleaner than your Aunt Denise's shit.
So patience, I guess observation maybe or
I'll give you patience demonstration on that one.
patience demonstration. Okay.
Unless you have a
No.
different angle on any of this.
No, it's okay. That would
Yeah.
work just fine. All right. Let's see. 2 8s, 2 9s.
You think back to the funeral.
Hi, red hoodie.
There's a guy in a red hoodie.
Yep. That
Nice cane.
Ooh.
References to... You remember those old references, right? Last time, a little bit.
Shot stay the hell away.
Red
Sands.
And Red Sands, yeah.
Sandraldiga. It's only referred to briefly in certain areas, usually kept very, very quiet. She who dyes the sands red. You're not sure if that ties in.
What was a whirlwind assassin?
It's up to you. You have to decide what to pursue. You want to go completionist on this?
Actually,
you're probably going to have to start
yes.
going like really separate directions instead of doubling up on things. Just letting you know. You have to decide.
Yeah.
Is this?
I mean, the shed was a lot of things too.
Yes.
Yeah, this is like the shed. You pretty much mined the shed out.
Okay.
But you've got a couple leads here that are fuck.
Let's see here. Well, I mean, all right. The thing is, yeah, Grandma is nothing but secret and lies. But our priorities here are to ensure, make sure that, we aren't caught covering up any of the shit. So we need to get rid of the drugs, just flush them down the toilet somewhere.
Yeah.
And then 2, what are you looking for?
So the time. Sorry.
Oh, okay. We need to get something on Chris to get him to basically scare him into not fucking with the will. So we have the old wills and we have photos of the current will. So if we research, like I could research that, understanding deceit, see-through lies to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Okay. So I'll say that at this point you guys can reconvene somewhere. You can either meet up somewhere around the area of Pleellum. You can meet back up in Bel Sol. You can pick somewhere else in the area overall.
Are any of our rental houses nearby?
That you know of. The one rental house you guys know about is a duplex in the town near the manor.
Okay.
Is it being rented out right now?
Yes.
So someone's in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's like the rest of the way across the state.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's out of the way, and it's not a empty house to use to flush drugs down.
It's like she kept the property working for her.
Yeah.
Wise investments.
So we reconvene and then figure out what we do from. Well, I know what I'm going to do is look at the will documents and understanding deceit them to.
So, where do you want to reconvene? We'll pick that first.
Okay.
Where do you guys want to meet back up?
Waffle House.
Waffle House, sure. Yeah.
Waffle House. What area? Like Tigris or Euphrates area?
Tigris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Madam, we must have waffles.
You are going to. I don't even know if there's a
Waffles
Waffle House in
forthwith.
Southeast.
It's not. There wouldn't be.
We're gonna
Waffle
say.
IHOP.
In the Grimdock future, there is.
No, we're just gonna say there's a Waffle House or relative equivalent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pancake Palace.
There we go. Yes.
Loads of waffles.
Yeah. Martha's Pancake Palace.
Oh God. The rebuilding that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so you are at the breakfast pastry place.
Pancake Palace.
Yes. You're at Pancake Palace. It's cooler than Waffle House. And IHOP just sucks.
And
Anyhow,
only has a third of the parasites.
wow. All right, so
That's a negative that we don't
I
know.
will say by this time it is evening. You guys have spent a day going through a bunch of shit.
Yeah. We took the chest with us.
Okay, chest is in the back of somebody's vehicle.
So
You have a chest with drugs, guns, and distribution information.
That's all.
yeah.
It is a really nice chest, though.
Yeah, it is a really nice chest. I kind of want to keep it.
Memories.
I will grant Cassie probably didn't drive after leaving the.
Yeah.
So I'll grant you an info dump. Figure out what exactly you want to do from here on out. How you want to split this up. How you want to go about it.
Part of us needed to go over the record to see who was written in or out of the will in its previous iterations.
I have good understanding deceit, so I'll do that.
I can also work on that because I've got good understanding deceit as well.
Cunning and
and
observation deceit.
I've got my hacking skills.
Someone needs to get rid of the
Computer
drugs.
skills.
And at least probably the silencer. I don't think the silencer is legal. The gun probably.
You didn't look that close.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think silencers tend to be illegal without some kind of license. I mean, you
Yeah,
can-
I mean,
Actually, does the Cole having
For a
serial numbers on
handgun?
that? Is that one
Do
been
you
filed
want to
off?
look? I'll give you a roll.
hands gloved or something.
To be honest, we probably should get rid of the gun too, because there might be bodies on it.
For Rob. So, so I guess cutting observation? Or distance observation?
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah.
Okay.
That bog is going to get so much use.
Probably want to get rid of it somewhere else. Just
Bog of things.
Let's see.
The other side of the bog?
Nothing.
This is the gun's old, but everything else is new. What was she up to? Seriously, I mean, she like tacked this thing out. God, it's like she was a Red Markets character. Anyhow, yeah, no, it's a sweet gun. I mean, seriously, I mean, if you're into that,
Yeah.
You know.
I
I mean,
I'm in the Navy intelligence. I'm not a freaking SEAL.
Well, you literally have probably a little more experience with firearms.
I learned how to shoot a shotgun and a 9mm in boot camp.
That's literally more than
you
me.
get for free that the silencer is probably more for show than anything else.
Yeah.
But damn, that thing looks scary.
Yeah.
Now you wonder if she ever actually used it.
Yeah, exactly. That's my fear, is that she did. And there's a forensically traceable bullet in a corpse somewhere in a morgue.
I mean, if Oma was a spook, she was probably using like dum-dums. They didn't recover anything from those cartridges.
Do you want to take that risk? There's no statute of limitations on murder.
So it sounds like
We don't know what murder's taking place.
some of you want to pour over the documents.
Yeah.
And
I
some
will
of
pour
you
over
want
them.
to apparently dispose of things. So let's divvy up labor here.
Well, let's do. Is there anything else we want to do aside from those two things? Does anybody want to go talk to anybody, or
There are people you have not talked to.
we needed more leverage on Chris, but I don't think it's quite time to talk to Chris. So, is there anybody around Chris's orbit that we haven't talked to?
I mean, there's some of the other cousins, but they're about to probably head off tomorrow. There's also the fact that one of you talked to Charlie.
Yep.
One of you briefly talked to Jim, but didn't have anything on him.
No one's talked to Denise.
Nobody's talked to Denise, and you do have some fucking dirt on her.
Okay.
Well,
Up to you if you want her kid to say anything,
Yeah.
or if somebody else wants to approach
be
me.
So, Howard, do you want to talk to your mom about the crimes? Or maybe Skylar should talk to your mom about the crimes.
Why would you want me to talk to her about
I already called looking up the will. I can't do two things at once.
Same.
God, this is
Yeah,
very-
yeah.
Dirty world. All right.
Yeah.
I just had to go deal with Herman. So.
Yeah, so it's really one of you two has to go.
and
talk.
I got some numbers here and like some possible things I should look over too.
You don't
What
want to talk
numbers?
to your mom about the crimes?
What numbers? What are you looking up?
Yeah, exactly.
I got some things I got to do.
Go talk to your mom.
Come on, yeah.
Actually, I'll tell you what. If you can give me a good solid roll for getting them off your case, like a convincing lie, maybe.
I'm going to talk to my mom.
I was going to say, you can lie, you can
No, it's
misdirect.
only right. Yeah.
I will let you roll to get them off your back.
Okay, well,
One person gets to roll against you.
I got 2 dice.
It's your call.
No, I'll just go talk to my mom.
Oh yeah, we can't do social combat on each other and slide stats around. So,
Yeah, I'm encouraging you. This
Yeah,
is
I-
great. Yeah, go for it.
all right. So you talk to your mom. Someone has to go
That means you must be
deal
going
with
away.
the luggage.
Did you
Yuto,
Uh-huh.
or
By the
Skylar.
way, so we are getting rid of that stuff.
Yes.
Okay,
Are you?
good.
Are you?
I'm not. They said they were going to deal with it. I'm talking to my mom.
I'm
You know you've
reading
got-
a will.
You've got like a couple of fucking kilos of heroin.
No, I don't. I don't have a thing.
That's worth a lot. That gun, you're not sure what's up with it, but
I never touched it.
it's a pretty sweet kit. You've got all those books. I mean, shit. I mean, somebody probably finds that valuable.
The books.
Yeah,
What books?
folders.
Oh, the folders. Yeah, yeah. The folders we'll keep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, so I'm going to go see my
It's
mom.
just pictures. Yeah.
Secrets of
Pictures,
Yeah.
dates,
It's not a felony to have pictures.
locations.
Yeah.
It is pretty fucking
Until
suspicious,
they're being
actually.
used for
It's very suspicious,
bribery.
but it's not a kilo of heroin.
You haven't researched the people in the pictures yet.
No, we haven't. One thing at a time, Todd.
All right.
All right,
understand.
so give me up later. I'm Will,
Mom,
Denise,
I can social media the people in the pictures.
I guess gun.
Yeah, you can look at the picture.
I guess gun and drug disposal because this character hasn't died yet. So
Everything's fine.
Okay, so we've got Cassie on the will.
Yeah.
It sounds like Howard will be talking to his mother about some very sensitive issues. Mm-hmm. And Howard, you did make sure that Howard knew about the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, and his dad getting paid off.
The Red Hood. So,
who'd you tell about the Red Hood?
I shared that information with everybody. So.
Okay. It sounds like Skylar and Yuto are taking care of the luggage, or rather, that very nice Korean chest.
At the end of the day, we'll have a very nice Korean chest,
and there's money in it.
I take the key out. We take the Korean key out of the key ring for that. So
we can
put it in the Korean chest.
Never existed.
And Kinsley, apparently, you're going to be researching the well-dressed gentleman.
Social media.
Okay, so we're going to go around then. Since it's only Cassie on the will, Cassie, what are you using to pour over?
Deceit.
All right, go with it.
Let's see. At least 8. Yeah, 8.
All right. You've tracked down a lot of stocks and bonds that are not mentioned on the current will.
Well, I also have 5s. But
I was saying, yeah, the 8s are what we'll...
Yeah.
Some old stocks and bonds that are very broad portfolios. They're nice, actually, from what you can tell, and they are not mentioned. Or rather, they're mentioned in different ways to the current one, from what you can tell.
Okay.
A couple of old college funds that were never mentioned.
For us?
No.
For who then?
One was for your Uncle Jim,
Oh, those college funds. Okay.
and one was for your dad, Charlie. I'll give you for free. You can research. You can contact the bank because this is your big research. They haven't been touched.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's college funds in 2 names. But you don't see a mention of a college fund for your Aunt Denise. And she's actually a college professor.
Yeah, no, that tracks, given that she ran away.
There are references to a thing again referred to as an account under Schwerzeiten.
Bad times, hard times.
And a bank name now.
So we have that to go with the routing number.
Yep.
Okay.
And references to everything in the storage unit should be burned.
Oops.
Like, taken out into a field and burned.
Okay.
They don't say which field.
Yeah.
Recommend doing it around water. Some of the things burn rather brightly. Yeah.
Bright like a diamond.
A lot of this shit doesn't show up in the current version.
Yeah.
Also, the pickup was supposed to go to Charlie.
Okay.
Shocking. The Corvette is not mentioned.
Okay, so that's pretty good leverage.
The dump truck goes with the house, if the house is ever sold. And there's no mention of a brown pickup.
Okay.
And there's a brief mention of Blooming Star Farms and stocks in Verdant Glades. Oh, and the horse and buggy.
Wait. Whoa, okay.
Verdant Glades, you actually do recognize. That's it was partial ownership is to be sold off to the co-owners of that vineyard further north. Also, I'll grant at this point, there's a house in Tigris. Mm-hmm. There's a house in the Euphrates.
Okay.
There's also a house in Egypt.
Is she renting that out, or does she just own it?
It just mentions real estate.
Okay.
There's mentions of companies that do like some control of real estate stuff, but yeah. And those are to be sold off, liquidated, and put into a joint account.
Okay, look up that house on the real estate listings right now to see if it's being listed or who owns it.
Best you can tell, it does appear to be occupied.
Okay.
The Euphrates one, the rent came up, and somebody apparently took it off the market recently, as far as rentals go. Mm-hmm. They are controlled by a local company. But yeah, she apparently has ownership.
Okay.
So yeah.
She owns quite a bit.
Quite.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's probably taking a while.
Yeah. Also, there's a fund to be sent off to some town in California. Anyhow.
Goddamn what?
Really? Red Sands.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Is it called Red Sands?
Yeah, there's a town called Red Sands.
I don't think we're ever going to find the complete.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah.
There's just too fucking much.
not
Is
gonna
the idea.
Yeah.
That's called beating it over your head.
Yeah.
Yep. A little bit.
All right. Next up, let's go with. You know what? We'll go with Kinsley because, yeah.
Research. I'm researching the guys in suits.
Give me. What are you using to research? You're using a.
Understanding deceit.
Sure. Why not? Yeah. No.
Understanding deceit.
Deceit or honesty will both work. You're just trying to
Can I
find
get
people.
an extra one for using my hacking skills, my social media skills?
We'll go with that. Go for
High
it.
school computering. 2 6s.
One of those guys is in a branch of 13.
What does that mean?
It's a Mexican gang.
I'm a high school student.
Oh, you will know about these people. Yeah, it's a big deal.
We got a gang member.
Yeah, with a lot of ties to prisons across the Southwest. Yeah. But he's keeping a low profile. The other guy is on a most wanted list.
We got a criminal.
Local or FBI?
You said it. International.
International criminal.
He is a kind of a big syndicate name.
Big international mobster.
Somebody Interpol might be interested in. Fuck. I will give you for free that implicating him, you know he'll fucking flip on your family hard. Unless you have something to leverage against him properly. If you choose to pursue this.
I'm just a high school junior. I'm not gonna rat on anybody.
Omar rolled pretty deep at this shit. Damn. I mean, you think about those kids in like your school who are like, yeah, I can totally get you some like Coke or something. Turns out,
Whatever, losers.
yeah, no.
My Oma's got the real stuff.
Grandma like was into heroin apparently. Wow.
Selling it.
I mean, in the business, right?
But yeah. So, yeah, those guys are definitely involved in drug distribution. DEA is interested in them.
They're fine.
Persons of interest.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And you have proof. You are sitting on proof. Oh well, I mean, what are you guys going to get rid of? Hey, let's switch to that. So,
Are we being called?
team luggage.
Yeah.
You got this really nice Korean chest.
Have they called us at all with this information?
Yeah.
Or
Up to you. Do you contact them?
Yeah.
All right.
just simultaneous?
I mean, I'm just like texting.
Yeah.
Well, not texting, but I'm like letting
You-
Skylar
Don't
know.
text.
How's this?
I'm letting Skylar know that there's some interesting things going on in my research.
Okay, and since she did discuss what she was going to research, you can take that how you like.
So what are we doing? Are we staying? We going? We burning? We drowning? We driving to the nearest FBI special agent's friggin' office? Like, what are we doing?
You guys have to decide between yourselves.
I have no idea what this is going to do to the family, but Oma was in bed with a drug lord.
I'm sure she was in bed with a whole lot more than just that.
But dear God, I know it's like for hair. It's like for Herman. I feel bad, but this is the one thing Dad was telling me right now, and I try to dig a little deeper. He just like, don't go digging. No matter what the hell you do, do not go digging.
Yep, that's what Herman said too.
If you need a moment to decide, I can skip over to one more person.
Yeah,
That's why I thought I'd prompt you guys next. Okay, that brings us over to
I'm leaning towards honorable
Howard.
at this point. But
Howard.
definitely-
You've been tasked with apparently they really want you to interrogate your own mother. How do you feel about this?
Not good. Like, I don't feel good about it.
I mean, what are you actually going to do about it?
Just go.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's a free country.
Hey, Mom.
So you are going to confront her.
I just some things are really fucking weird. And
All right. Do you want to just confront her in the...
Oh, no. When we're alone.
Swear to me, Mom.
Okay, let's set the scene. Are you going to talk to her, like, outside the Riverside Estate? Are you going to talk to her, like, take her out someplace, like, in Gonk or whatever the fuck? Or are you gonna, like...
out away from there.
Okay, so do you go to Tigris, Euphrates, or Algonquin are your three nearest areas? Algonquin is the place where the migrant workers typically live. It's got some nice, restaurants. Tigris and Euphrates are moderate-sized towns. One's got an airport.
The one with the airport.
Okay, you're going to I believe I said it was Euphrates with the airport. Anyhow, okay, you're going to some place in the Euphrates. Most of your business is in Tigris, so that's actually kind of out of the way. What kind of restaurant? Or what is it, another establishment? Where are you going?
Coffee place.
Okay, there's a coffee place that's open late.
Yeah, let's just have a nice little brunch here,
Mm-hmm.
It's nosh.
Like you do.
I'll tell her, like, no, it's very important. I have something very important I need to talk to you about, but not here.
Okay, no, anytime.
That's how I framed it.
Anytime, no, of course. Doors are always open with us. That's how I've always tried to keep it. I mean, well, this isn't about your father showing up at the funeral, is it? I mean, we've always kept it cool. We're always still cool. Everything's fine.
No. Okay, look. I've been looking around because I really kind of came here to try to put this whole family thing to rest. But it didn't happen that way. Me and some of the other grandkids, we were just looking around, looking through the stuff and found some things. Yada yada. Things happened. We went and found the storage unit.
Okay.
There was a.
What are you trying to do to her? What are you trying to get her to do? Think from that approach. Again, dirty world. You're trying to get something out of her. What is it? Unless you just want to level with her and be really nice about it, and maybe you can figure out how you might get.
I'm leveling with her.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't necessarily gain anything except possibly instant quality improvements, like if you are going to wanting to up your generosity, or
that's what I'm doing.
Okay, yeah. What all do you tell her?
We found this Korean chest.
Okay.
Yeah, we found a lot of things.
Well, I mean, she did spend a lot of time in Asia.
Mm-hmm. But
didn't have many kind things to say about the locals, but that was just Mom.
Mm-hmm. So she never talked to you about any storage unit?
Well, I mean, I'm guessing Jim hasn't been very forthcoming with what's in the will exactly. I mean, obviously she can't have had everything still sitting where it was from the old manor. I mean, the Riverside isn't big enough.
Well, I found something that belonged to you, and I just wanted to. They found it, but I just want to make sure it's not going to be a problem.
A problem? You can tell me whatever it is. I mean,
we found a bunch of money. Well, not a fortune, but it was a stack of old 50s.
Well, I mean, that's how older people are. They just stash things sometimes. I mean, if you lived through tough times, I mean, she was in occupied Germany, as you know, and I mean, it was not an easy time for anybody living there. Obviously, the shame and everything, but still.
It was found in some of her clothing.
Yep.
It was found in a stack of your clothing.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of old clothes I never came back for. I mean, is there anything outside? I mean, surely she just wrapped some things in there. I mean, is it a lot?
Okay. It was I don't know. They just said they found some money.
Well, I mean, if it's...
it was like a stack of... I think it was 50. I want to say 50s.
Huh. I mean...
Spoil the hood. Confess.
What do we need out of Denise?
Well, no, he's opened up himself up for an appeal, an attack. So she's going to be attacking your, I would say... Ooh, it feels like she's going to be attacking your purity.
Trying to make you pure or less pure?
She's going to make him less pure. She's going to corrupt him. She's persuading him. Thanks, Mom. I didn't say the rest of the family was nice. Jesus, your Uncle Charlie's creepy. Actually, your dad. So, yeah, no, she's...
Because he was in a loveless arranged marriage.
And also manipulated the same person who's being manipulated now.
Yeah.
Anyhow, she is going to attempt to persuade you with something. She is attacking your purity, so you can roll to resist. I will give you persuasion or understanding plus purity to resist.
Okay.
Do you get any successes?
6s.
All right. You resist it. So you will be unaffected when she says... Who all knows about this?
Like, yeah, they just mentioned it to me, and I think it was instantly forgotten about. This wasn't important.
Where is it exactly right now? Because I mean, you know what we could do? If they don't know how much there is, I mean, we can just stack it up and say we handed it over to Jim or something, and just he might never get it.
As far as I know,
I mean, I'd split it with you.
I appreciate that, but
I mean, seriously, but I'm not making much of a salary right now. You know,
I offered everybody to split it 5 ways.
Yep.
It's like,
we already took our parts.
If I'm it was we didn't think it was anything because obviously it was old. Like you can't spend expired money.
Well, actually, sweetie, money doesn't expire like that. I know. If these were like corporate,
yes, by
the way,
I know it doesn't, but I'm letting her think
maybe those might actually be worth more.
I'm letting her think that's what I believe.
Okay, you're lying to her. Mm-hmm. You're lying to your mother.
Lying to your own mother.
Dude, what she I know she just tried to do some shit with me.
Look at a light to 3.
All right, maybe.
We're hiding. We hid bodies and disposing of heroin.
But we did it together as a family.
Standards.
Make your lie roll.
Yeah, what the hell?
Do it.
Nope.
Is this a 1 or a 10? No. I think it's a 1.
Yeah.
What is the onk?
I think it's a 1.
That's 10.
No, I think that was a 10 over
there's
here.
a 10.
Okay.
All right, so she didn't succeed in totally seeing through you, but you're both at a kind of a I don't believe you impasse.
I think they put it back in the storage unit.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay. But if you are hurting for money, you can reach out to me, right?
I'm fine.
I mean, I'll cover the coffee if you want.
I got it. I'm. It's everything's fine. Look, everything's gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, you can decide how you really feel about it, but that's about where that ends.
No, pretty much. I'm just going hey, no, I'm actually no, we got the coffee, some pastry. Let's enjoy it. And then try to
I will give you one last flat roll to try and if you how's your understanding, honesty or deceit? I'll give you either one.
It's 4.
Tell me which one it is.
It's understanding, honesty.
Okay. You can feel free to just roll that flat.
All right. Nope.
It's just about the money. There's nothing else.
Obviously.
It's fine.
Yeah, I was so I was I'm actually going to be relieved. It's just the cash. It's fine.
Yeah. Your mom doesn't know shit. Don't worry about it.
I was going to go, this is damn good coffee.
It is. Slow side stare. Tense music.
And I'm kind of just it's like my family is evil.
A barista almost shitting herself next at the table next to you.
As my mom turns to her, just
I see you. You see nothing. No,
liberal arts degree.
Hey, no, oh, fuck you. I got one of them.
She's a sociology professor. Anyhow,
it's not about her looking to some other.
Oh, you did the barista. Okay,
yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Her being condescending to,
Back to burying shit. What did you guys decide you're going to do?
We're burning shit.
No randomness to the FBI.
I touch this stuff that could compromise my top secret security clearance. Like,
Fact.
burn it. Let's just burn it all. We don't know anything. I don't need this fucking will. I don't need any of Omar's inheritance. I don't need any of this shit. I'm going to Afghanistan in a month. So fuck you.
You're gonna go to Kandahar where it's safe.
Yeah. Fuck it.
All right. Are you both in agreement?
I'm
pushing it in the back of a truck.
I'm a
Copy.
college student, and I'm just trying to ride this out in my internship. So,
That is a lot of heroin.
although,
Well, you know how
student loans.
Well, you know
That
what?
is a lot of fucking heroin, dude.
You know what?
That
Through
is
the
2
magic of-
kilos.
Through
all
the
right?
magic of fire.
Breaking Bad. You saw Breaking Bad. Just don't do the mistakes that Walter White did.
Yeah.
You could cut this shit. Maybe, you know. I mean,
not
you make
using
bank
this-
off some of
No,
your
I'm
fucking
not
students.
using it,
I mean,
selling it.
if you're
No.
student teaching, like, you know, seriously, those fuckers, they're not going to that.
Ron, in what fucking universe am I playing? Have I
Played
played
a drug dealer before. It's
a
fine.
poor drug dealer? A
yeah.
stupid drug
yeah.
dealer with
All right.
this much
Oh
knowledge.
yeah, with the line. Hey,
Okay, no,
what's
so
that?
you're both like, you're going to burn it. All right.
I've been,
Where
I'm
are
just
you, are
following
you just going to find some out of the way place? You have like a specific type of location, or
I'm thinking a field, like
Yeah.
from our childhood, one that I know is long abandoned.
with a tree with a rock that has no business being
actually,
there.
in that
So.
case, you're probably just going to find some spot
Okay,
up in the Cascades,
yeah,
you know, up in the mountains. Something kind of hidden, little crag somewhere,
yeah,
where it's not going to light the rest of the entire place on fire.
yep.
Near water.
Probably a stream.
Are the winds? Are there any winds out today?
I'll tell you what. A lot of this is going to be based on who rolls and what you roll. I will grant one of you the roll and one of you to.
Well, another scene has happened, so you could do
Yeah.
slides or
Yeah,
improvements. So
I
you
guess
could slide something to get an extra die on
So-
whatever you're rolling right now.
Yeah, so slide over to cunning and then cunning and demonstration for a quick fix. We're basically trying to
Well,
get rid of
slide
this.
over one of the
Yeah.
small ones.
Yeah,
not one of
the
big
big
ones.
ones are like more campaign.
Oh, yeah, I can-
I'm gonna slide over to that. Because
Yeah, I'll do one.
this is my strongest suite. And I'm just gonna keep buffing it. So
Okay.
yeah, cunning demonstration for a quick fix.
How much?
okay, so-
how much did dice you roll?
6.
If you roll
So
the same, so-
here's the question: one of you can choose to roll, and one of you can say how you would assist. So first off, who's going to be rolling?
Okay, I guess if you want to roll on that one, because
Alright.
it's equivalent to what we would be rolling.
How do you intend to get rid of this entire thing? It is a thick, well-made chest.
Oh, we're getting rid of the chest too.
Are you getting rid of the chest?
Yeah, I probably should. 'Cause
Okay.
that's- Well,
So we're gonna burn the heroin and the money. We're gonna crack this chest to little bitty kindling and scatter throughout the forest, where it will rot, and no one will ever know it was anything more than just a little bit more wood that fell and got rained on and
Well, I
rained
mean,
on
there's
and
a
rained
lot
on.
of metal bits on it, but
Well,
Spread
it'll
random
rust.
pieces. Yeah.
It's fucking
It's on
Oregon.
the
It'll
street.
rust eventually.
and I'm sure we have a mall in it. They're probably out in the barn was probably some like a log splitter and
well,
something else.
you're not that. Okay, you're in the Cascades.
Yeah.
Skagit Valley's further.
Okay.
Well, unless you want to drive all night to go to somewhere older and more familiar. I mean, one of you can drive and let the other one do the burning.
and get caught on the road.
Exactly. No, we're
fuck
fine.
this, yeah.
We're fine where we are. Let's go.
I thought it offered. So you want to just like break everything up, light it on fire.
Yeah.
Do you have a preferred accelerant?
We got a 5-gallon thing of gas in the back. That'll
All
work.
right, no, you can easily any gas station.
Yeah,
Okay.
making sure we're dusting everything else off.
Pay gas for it. You pay cash for it. You're
Yes.
buying.
I'm buying.
You're buying
Why?
because I'm driving.
I will tell you what. Do you have generosity?
I do.
Do you have cunning?
That was a bad line read. I'm sorry.
I mean, generosity plus cunning would definitely work.
Yeah, I can do that. So,
All right, I'll make that roll for me real quick.
all right.
This is basic. Don't worry about it.
Stop staring, Jason.
Did you make your improvement too? Did you make your slide?
I don't have anything else on selfishness right now. So
Oh god.
we'll see. But 2 10s, we're good.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
yes.
no. I'll tell
Very
you what.
nice.
You literally just had you did have enough cash just to get the gas, and to keep a low profile, waltz on in. You mutter something about ran out of gas, I feel like an idiot, or something, whatever you feel is like the most graceful way out of it that nobody's going to give a shit.
ATV ran out of gas.
There you go. Perfect. Comes back, get your 5 gallon of gas. Give me that roll to carefully dispose of a antique Korean chest made of very thick wood, lots of metal bits, and there's 2 kilos of heroin and a gun.
Sixes.
Oh.
Sixes.
666.
All right.
Sixes. We have sixes.
2 6s?
Yeah, just 2.
Yep, that'll still do it.
All right.
We'll just say if anybody pointed the finger at you, I mean, traces could be found. You disassemble the firearm and disposed of bits here and there somehow.
Yep.
You
Buy into like
get the little metal bits here and there, a couple in the... Well, actually, you avoid the stream on purpose because that would be a terrible idea because those would get washed off and exposed.
Exactly.
You put things under roots here and there. I mean, you're really being thorough about this. This takes the rest of your night. But you got rid of 2 kilos of heroin, a handgun with a lot of fucking tacked out shit, and an antique Korean chest. A lot of this was worth a shit ton of money.
Yeah. Sure it was.
And either
And a shit ton
along
of
prison or death.
Yeah.
If you get caught.
Yeah.
yeah.
We would get caught. We're not that good at crime.
Although
You're getting
Oh my
better.
god, that's
Although before I do that, though, before we leave, though, while he's burning it up, patient's observation to make sure that we're not being followed at any given point.
I will let you open that door. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll. You're rolling
son
now.
of a bitch.
This is one of the best things I have. We're
This is
okay.
one of the best ideas you've had as far as I'm concerned in this game. I'm not insulting other things. I'm just saying this would be really funny if you failed.
No pressure.
Do I need to leave that after I roll?
Oh,
this?
quick question before... Actually, no. The success will really help you. The failure might be really bad.
Okay.
Double or nothing. You got this. I believe you.
2 7s.
Okay. You managed not to get followed, and you remembered something, and you have to make a decision now.
Okay.
Nobody said shit about the money in the drawers. The euros and the pesos, man.
Oh, yeah.
You got racks and racks and that shit.
The euros and the pesos. Pesos and the euros.
You don't know how well they're marked. You don't know if they've been followed. They might not have been followed at all.
Do we take care of that too?
Yep. Grab it, throw the
burning
pesos in. Yep, throw the pesos in.
You both agree?
You
Euros.
said pesos. What about the euros?
Yeah.
I grabbed the first thing I saw.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
are you
right.
doing?
Taking the euros, going out right now. We're done with this.
Okay. Side question, what did you guys actually do with the stack of old
Well,
50s?
if nobody else, if we didn't agree to
shit.
split it up 5 ways evenly, I just would have kept it in the brick. So, yeah.
In the dress?
Yeah, well,
In
yeah,
the
in the
storage
dress. Yeah, that was...
So, is it still in the storage?
no, we took it with us.
Okay, so you kept it. All
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Okay.
I figured that's easier for us to...
This does not go into the inheritance then. All right. No, gotta make sure. Okay. Believe that wraps up that night.
Yep. Also, and as we're driving away, that key goes off in a ditch somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, the old key. All right. 20 years later. No.
All in prison.
Jumanji.
Yeah. 20 years later, some kid finds a random key and has no idea what it's for.
This is
Look at this
awesome.
cool key I found, Mom.
Yeah. So,
What did I tell you about being stupid?
Sunday. Sunday.
Jeez.
For the record, none of your parents go to church.
Yeah, that's not surprising at all.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
mean,
much
it is
of it.
a little surprising about my mom, but
Your mom would go to church to showboat, but your dad never goes, and she's like, fuck it, I'm not going either.
Yeah.
Your Uncle Charlie
Let's
is
be
like,
honest about our mom.
he's all business a lot of times, and he just never really gives a shit. Kimiko, not really. Denise is very adamant about never setting foot at church.
Yeah, I think it's probably kind of
Yeah,
rubbed up.
really
I'm not as militant as she is, but I normally don't.
Not her scene. So, it's Sunday. You have to figure out what to do with what you got. You've gone over a lot of the documents. You've managed to reconstruct the original will prior to Cousin Christopher's involvement.
Okay.
You've managed to figure out all the rental houses, you think. The riverside itself, you know about the bar. You know about the stock in the vineyard. You know about the manor.
once they get back, I tell them about the gangsters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So once I find that out, so should we just burn these folders, or should we keep them until we confront Chris? You think we could use that against him? Because really, I think we just kind of need to all corner him together and just...
You're not 100% sure what he knows.
Yeah.
He might not know nearly half the shit you do.
Yeah.
There's also, things you've seen references to. You're still not sure about this stipend to Red Sands, California. You're not quite sure about Blooming Star Farms.
Which is near the vineyard.
Somewhere in the same area, it seems.
Yeah.
You're not 100% where.
Okay. So we need to confront Chris. Do you think we should do that today? Do you think we're going to get any more leverage to use against him?
Probably not at this point.
Okay. So
You can decide how you confront him.
one of us could try and contact him for a nice friendly lunch, and then the rest of us just show up and sort of crowd in the booth. And just kind of mention that there's discrepancies in the versions of the will.
I'm recording all of this on my phone, by the way.
Yeah. And
Make it clear, like we're just trying to make it fair for everybody, so we can get past this difficult time.
So how about that? Who does he? Which of us has had the most prior contact with Chris?
I mean, all of you've seen him at least a couple times in different respects. If you're older, you remember like older family reunions, grandpa's
Oh,
funeral.
wait. Well,
recently, Kinsley actually has seen him recently prior to the funeral.
Yeah.
so you could be the one to contact him because he'd think, at least not as
Yeah,
threatening.
I'm not a threat.
Yeah. So,
He doesn't know about my secret social media lifestyle.
yep. And so you get him to someplace where we can talk, and then we confront him and tell him to unfuck things, or it's going to get ugly.
Okay.
So,
And I could be with her saying that I was just giving her to Ryan into town.
we'll all show up.
Okay.
Like,
If we're trying to do
He's
the
planning.
initial.
She can drive, so
he's
yeah.
planning an ambush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's
Oh, I know.
planning.
Yeah, we're playing the ambush, but just doing the initial and then letting everybody else.
Well, no, she can drive. She can just be there.
Yeah.
We'll just be.
I'll just
We'll
be there
be
in
in
the
cars waiting for him in the
Pancake
parking
Palace
lot.
by myself. Then he'll come in,
We'll be in the
and
parking
then
lot.
everyone else will.
Waiting in cars, and after we see him get in, then we'll follow him in after 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So I would say in this case, figure out your appeal, figure out what you're going to roll to get him to do what you want.
This is the most persuasive.
It's definitely
Yeah,
not.
but I don't have very much in persuasion.
There's different ways. You could persuade with sin, persuade through decency, tell lies, tell the truth convincingly.
I mean, tell lies is probably my best thing.
So that would be persuasion plus deceit.
Yeah, so that's probably my best option
All right.
to try. Let's see.
If you want to tip your hand before he shows up, I'll give you a bonus die, but that, again, puts him hostile immediately.
I don't think I want to tip my hand before.
Okay.
I could persuade with purity with 5 dice.
Okay.
And convince him to do the right thing. So
So you want to do that for the initial thing, or do you want to do it to get him out there?
yeah, well, we'll get him out there, and then I'll just walk.
Okay,
in.
so first she'll try to get him out there.
yeah.
Okay.
Then you'll, follow up.
No, nothing.
Nope, hold on. We'll make an opposed check.
different
That's
force.
it was
Yeah.
these.
He didn't succeed either, so he'll show up, but he'll have a chance to
My
know
highest was a
something's up.
9.
It just depends on an issue of, I say what we'll do is he'll have a chance to see through what's going on and try to put up a defense, or it'll be a speed check, by the way. So against Cassie's roll.
Okay.
So Cassie, you will be looking for wit. So will he. You will probably win this one, but
Okay.
dice are involved. So.
Wait. Since we're using the secrets, how much of my secret of knowing the differences in wills?
I will give you a +1 on that,
Okay. Yep.
and we'll play this out.
Yep.
4s.
Yeah.
You beat him on speed. He actually had 2 4s, 2 9s.
Okay.
But it was a speed check, not a... Yeah. He did not get a chance to see you roll the fuck up on him.
Yeah.
And everybody else just files in. He is blocked the fuck into a booth
Yeah.
at the Pancake Palace. It's very fucking
Shit
awkward.
goes down to the
Yeah.
That
Pancake
barista,
Palace.
by the way, is only part-time there, and she's part-time at the Pancake Palace, and she's like, oh, God, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Okay, so confront him.
Hey, Chris.
Secret and lies.
usually prefer to just go by the full name. You know,
Christopher.
See, dog?
what's up?
Well, I want to thank you for all the work you've done in helping Oma in her last days. You know, being by her side,
Well,
helping her with all those things.
it was a rough
really nice of
time.
you.
I mean, a lot of people were split around.
And I can understand how, because you were so generous with your time, you must have been overworked and tired a lot. Because there were some discrepancies in the will. There's some paperwork errors. And I hope that you now, I hope that you now will have the time and energy to rectify these errors.
Errors? I mean, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, we went through the storage unit and we found another draft, and you left out all of these things.
Another draft?
Yeah.
There was another draft.
Yes.
A couple.
Because I think the one thing is Oma, more than anything else, would not want this to wind up in court. But with all of these discrepancies, I think you're going to have to be more generous and more fair to everyone, because I think it's going to be just a nightmare to her legacy and this family stability if this gets dragged out in court for years. And you know how sore some of us can get. But, really, I know you're a good person, and I know you can do the right thing in this.
So I will say you've got him on the ropes.
Yeah.
He gets one last attempt to squeak out.
Okay.
He's going to... Who wants to take the attack on... I think that would be Purity. Who's going to resist against getting corrupted?
Is that understanding purity, or is it just purity?
So you would roll understanding and purity.
Understanding purity,
I mean,
Or persuasion purity.
I've got
we're
5.
locked in at
Yeah.
5, yeah.
Yeah,
And
you've
understanding
got a good
purity.
general on that one. So.
Listen, I'm an ingenue.
So he'll make a roll.
And I
you'll make a
know
roll.
things about the internet.
Also, you get one bonus die from the
Have one.
the will.
And I get a bonus die.
I live in the corruption of the internet.
I definitely got 4s, yeah.
Okay. So you will be able to just smack him down for this, but he goes, all of you, what the hell kind of conspiracy? Jesus, you are Hildy's grandkids.
Cousins forever!
I mean, seriously, what
We
kind
didn't
of
agree on that
weird
chant.
bullshit are you guys
It's
pulling
not a
here?
chant.
The question is right now, what kind of
What
bullshit
kind of
were you
weird
bullshit?
bullshit are you pulling, dude?
Listen, I'll tell you what. Your grandma was hiding a lot of things,
No shit.
and I kept quiet because I managed to find a few out. So I'll tell you what. I keep some of mine, you get more of yours, and whatever your parents were going to get, they get. Simple. You walk away richer, nobody knows. Nobody's going to track these records. She already put down a lot of smoke for everyone.
We're not saying you should be left out. I mean, you should be compensated for.
So the main thing, the main person who can outright smack this down is Kinsley. Because...
Listen, dude. You don't even know the half of it. And we know the half of it. Alright? So, why don't you, not get yourself in a whole bunch of trouble with a whole bunch of people and maybe just be a good person? I'm not saying, you can't have anything, but maybe, how about not, over half of her stuff? Okay, dude? Okay, thanks. Bye.
So shut down partially for that, so you guys are not going to report him, it sounds like.
And we're not going to report him if he doesn't.
Okay.
If he
You've
fixes
backed him
things.
off, he's going to fade into the shadows, and now you have the next problem. More like the last problem.
Is it Jim?
No, it's who actually inherits what.
Oh, okay.
You guys have actually isolated a lot of assets. You haven't found necessarily... You're not sure if you found all of them. You still haven't talked to the vineyard. And, yeah. You still have to resolve... I mean, you kind of established that the bar was in her name.
Mm-hmm.
The manor, definitely. You know the Riverside is locked down.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple more rentals that you have to lock down.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So basically, you can get the old will reinstated. The question is, what goes to whom? Because a lot of the older stuff pre-Christopher shifted a few times.
Okay. So there's some things that aren't in the old will.
You have to get the inheritors to agree.
Okay. So what if
And if you want, we can actually outline this. I can tell you what everything is technically worth. We'll just.
How about this? We just evenly divide it among the 3 kids, and then we'll get them to the table and agree to that in terms of monetary value.
Does your dad really want the truck? Because my dad's going to throw a fit if he doesn't get the truck.
Is my dad going to give a shit about the truck?
You don't know. We haven't talked to him.
Okay.
Was the Corvette? And you said the Corvette wasn't in any of the old iterations.
Okay, then my dad will get the Corvette.
I'm fine with that.
All right.
So you have to figure out exactly what's worth what and who gets what.
Okay.
You did not keep the extra money for the drug stuff.
Well, I mean, we did.
We did. We have it.
Well, you guys kept some of it.
We kept
You
a very
burned-
small portion of it.
You burned
The
about.
hottest portion of it.
You burned 2 parts of it that.
It's probably worth more.
Oh god, yes.
It was worth a lot
You still haven't tracked down Schwarzzeiten.
more. The hard times.
Yep, haven't tracked down the hard times.
Okay.
The old one does explicitly give some of the money away to Red Sand.
Okay.
What else? The vehicles you'll have to figure out.
I mean, we all know the Red Sand's like totally another another child.
Well, I mean, it sounds like that.
You don't know what Blooming Star is.
I think we're all agreeing on the goal, which is to
Pot
evenly,
farm.
equitably divide it between all 3.
So you have to figure out how. You also have not negotiated Verdant Glades, those shares.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say you've definitely pinned down 3 rentals: the Manor, the Riverside, the bar. The storage unit stuff, you've isolated a lot of it. Stocks and bonds will be worth something. You have to figure out what to do with those college funds.
Well,
In
those
2 people's names.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
We
they're
actually.
in their names. I don't know how we can.
Oh yeah, if they're in their names, I don't. Yeah. Well, none of us are probate lawyers either. So
Yeah, that's the problem.
This is really difficult stuff, but I mean, you can roughly figure it out, and you can figure out how to get somebody to resolve this, and how to get everybody to agree to it is the bigger problem.
why don't we just go to the get all the parents together and tell them like all the things that we have found, and ask them that we will help them if they all agree to split it fairly between the 3 of them.
So you're going to go completely above board.
Yep.
I think that's.
I think it's the best way to go.
Yeah,
Like,
because at this point, with it, it's going.
Because also we're not good at skullduggery.
Yeah, at this point, there's
Again,
nothing.
you've been getting a lot better at this. Most of you.
a lot better. But also the fact of the matter is that we're, there's so much other stuff going on here that's.
You also have to figure out what to do with. I mean, you destroyed some evidence.
I think we will burn the folder. Like,
All right.
once we know who these guys are, we're like, there's no good ending for us to have this folder. There's no way to.
No.
Some of this stuff is toxic.
Like, even if we mail it anonymously to the FBI, that they'll eventually find out her connection to it, and
once
then
they find out
seize
her
all
connection.
the
And they'll
houses.
still track it to us because we're not good at skullduggery.
Well, I mean, maybe they won't track
Like
it
I said, you
specifically. They'll track it to our families for sure.
You can say we're getting better all you want. We're still not good at it.
Yeah.
You've actually been doing decently.
Well, I think the biggest problem. Well, the thing is, from our point of view, is eventually like it will go to our parents, and then we'll get it at some point. So it's not like we're not getting anything out of it.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
whatever stays in your part of the family will eventually be yours.
Yeah.
It's just not that you can't immediately go, well, it's mine. Well, you could.
I think we do.
If
like,
you want to find a way, there are ways
if
to sidestep.
Mr. Navy Boy doesn't want the $1,000 like walking around money, that's fine. But that means that if you do want the $1,000, do you want the $1,000?
Yeah, I'll take my share.
Okay, so then we'll split the $5,000.
We'll take that between us, but
At least that's then,
Yeah, and then maybe we get over this bullshit, the darkness of our family a little bit.
I don't have to write fucking essays. For,
We've all
for at
really
least a
bonded over this experience.
Group hug, come on, bring it in.
but I
we're
think
slightly
like
less.
from Cassie's point of view, I just see this as like we're standing at the edge of a precipice, and it's really easy to fall in and like never come out. Like,
Yeah.
So you have to figure out what assets you have,
yeah.
who's going to inherit what, and how to get everybody to say yes. So we'll let you
Well,
guys...
we have leverage on all of them.
Yeah.
One of
So
those
if they
leverages-
won't agree,
You did name drop one of the leverages. So, and you don't know if you have enough leverage.
Yeah.
You have to decide.
Okay.
But yeah, this depends on your appeals and how you're going to do it. Because one attempted leverage didn't
what
work
did we name drop? Or,
so
I think it was Jimmy.
Yeah.
We mentioned the DA thing.
Yeah.
But not to him. To,
Well, yeah.
but
Oh.
you don't know who said
her.
what afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Herman could have talked.
I'm using them as like burnable.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a constant thing you always use. It's
Yeah.
That's the way I set it up. You get the leverage, you can pick how to use it, and then afterwards that goes.
Herman.
It would be the
You can do more. A
Well,
little
but
more
my
search.
dad wants the truck, and so we're gonna get him the truck. So
Then Charlie will get the Corvette.
like, I mean, that's a thing that we could use with him. Is
Yeah.
listen, this is the way that you get the truck, even though it's supposed to go to him.
And I think Jim is only thinks dad's only concerned with Riverside and some of the other outlying properties.
I don't know what like. We'd have to talk to them. To find out
Well,
what
it
they cared
needs-
Do
about.
you want to ask
Obviously-
what they want, or do you want to decide what they're getting?
I
Let's go down this then. All right, the manor. The manor is worth 2 units.
Okay.
I am using units because I don't feel like going,
money.
what's the exact dollar amount?
No, money units.
The manor is worth 2 units.
Okay. Let's just get an inventory first.
The vineyard, you're not sure because you haven't resolved that yet.
Okay.
The bar is worth 1 unit
Okay.
because it's a crappy little bar in
Yeah.
Oregon. The Riverside, worth 1 unit. Rental number 1, worth 1 unit. That's the duplex near the manor. The house in Tigris, 1 unit. The house in Euphrates, 1 unit. You burned a couple units of money and a couple units of drugs.
Yeah.
The stocks and bonds are worth 2 units overall.
Okay.
The college funds have combined. Remember, these are old college funds that really weren't maturing. Combined them, they're worth 1 unit.
Okay.
You haven't resolved Schwerzeiten, the hard times. You've gotten Christopher out of the portfolio, so he does not subtract anything, which is what he would have done.
okay.
The deed to the green pickup is weirdly questionable, but it's worth 1 unit. The Corvette is worth 2 units. The dump truck, it just goes with the manor,
Okay. Yeah.
unless you want to do something weird with it.
No,
But
no.
the brown pickup is actually worth a unit because it is paid off and decently kept.
Okay.
And that's what you know about.
Okay.
Fair trade. Green pickup for brown pickup.
7, 8, 9. 10.
Long run, but it's more. That one is actually more an issue of.
All right, that's 14 units, so we can't totally divide it.
between 3 people.
Yeah. So we could have the 2 spares. Well, actually, we don't know. Actually, because we don't know the vineyard and the
Yeah.
hard times,
Vineyard, Hard Times, and Blooming Star.
Blooming Star. So that's 3 things we don't know.
You haven't figured out anything about Blooming Star.
Okay.
You haven't. You think. I mean, you know that Hard Times is something in a safety deposit box somewhere,
Okay.
which you know where that somewhere is. You know which box it is. You're guessing one of those really fancy looking keys is probably a safety deposit box key.
Yep. Then we can't get it because it's a safety deposit box. You have to prove that you're that person, unless you're an authorized sign-on. And we can just go to the bank and ask them if there isn't. Well, no, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, they wouldn't go
We
down
could
that
put it in the will that person.
That's I guess the hard times. It could be if 2 people get the extra unit, and then 1 person gets the mystery box.
But then we still have the
Vineyard
the
and
hard
Blooming,
time-
Blooming Stars.
Blooming Star.
All right, so I guess we try and find out the value of Vineyard and Blooming Stars.
Okay, so who wants to be on what? It's Sunday.
I mean, I can Google Blooming Star and see what my internet can tell me.
Yeah.
Understanding deceits or understanding honesty?
Honestly, I would say almost that might be patient education and knowledge if we're just figuring out, because if it's...
I'll let one of you roll if you're just looking it up.
I'll
If you have a
I've
different
got-
angle
I've got
on
5
this,
on that.
if you have a
Alright.
different angle, then you can take that different
Okay.
angle. But if it's just...
I have
looking it
6
up.
if we want to do that, so
Okay,
on
go ahead.
patience and understanding.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
It's over there now.
You're looking at Blooming Star, right?
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. All right, 2 10s.
Find mentions of a charter. Doesn't specify exactly what it is, but it's just south of here before you hit Tigris and Euphrates.
So it's like a charter for
It's a business.
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of business?
You're not able to fully get that for some reason.
Okay.
Would the local chamber of commerce have that information?
I mean, do you want to take that route or do you want to go to the place?
I'll go to the place.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else going with?
I'll drive down with you.
Of course I'm going. It's Cassie.
Yeah. So Cassie, you guys need to work on the vineyard.
Okay, so You two going? Tom, are you going for the Blooming Star or?
People need to go to the vineyard.
I'll go to the vineyard.
Okay. So Vineyard.
Well, no, Blooming Star.
Your Blooming Star is pointing at Tom.
Okay.
I said vineyard.
Vineyard, Blooming Star.
Vineyard, I guess. So
Vineyard. Okay. We will go to the vineyard first.
Okay.
Because you already knew what that was.
Yeah.
So you head north to the Verdant Glades Vineyard. I'm just going to say for convenience sake, it's open. Somebody might go for a Sunday drive and you want to give them a tour and a free sample so they'll buy more fucking bottles.
yeah.
So it's open. There's a few people there. It's kind of big. Not huge, but yeah, it's a full-on vineyard.
Okay.
So
Who's running it? So just local owners or?
it is you haven't really fully looked into it yet, but you know that technically speaking, Oma had partial ownership.
Okay.
So how do you guys want to approach this?
We could just go in honestly for that I was saying that we're, that's like Kid's family with her passing and was interested in seeing it since we.
And again, it's not in the new will; it's in the old will.
Yeah.
So, you'd basically be. Hypothetically, if they just let sleeping dogs lie there, they can default it. So you'd probably be persuading through decency. It sounds like, unless you want to take a different route. There are many routes.
So, in this point, because what's your persuasion at? Sometimes.
My persuasion looks like a 1.
Yeah.
Mine's at a 3.
It'd be persuade plus purity. If you're trying to just walk in and say, "Hey, do the right thing."
Okay.
All right, Tom, you want to go for it?
No,
What's your purity
You
at?
could have. It was
It's
a
a
new
3 dice
scene.
total.
You could have.
3
You got
total.
3 total.
Yeah.
We'll say it's a new
Yeah.
scene. You can.
I'm at 2 right now.
If you have something that can add, okay, we're calling this a new scene before this next round.
Okay.
So
Shift, Tom.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
can, you can shift across, or you can add based off of instant quality
I'll shift
improvements.
it.
Purity. We could have all gotten purity by telling Chris to do the right thing.
Yeah, you're right.
You can all claim purity.
Nice.
That's true.
And I'll still shift. Can I shift a corruption over?
Yeah.
I'll do
You
that.
still you get a slide.
Yeah, I'll do that. All right, well, now it's a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
So you're going to walk in and tell them to do the right thing, is what I'm getting.
Yes.
All right. So you're going to demand to speak to the manager, or are you just going to be like, hey, we need to talk to the owners. It's family business.
Be nice about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, here we go. Nothing.
Why do
All
Tom's
right.
dice hate us?
Yeah.
It's not that he's lying. It's that he's like, I'm going to need you to bring proper documentation on this. Translation, it could eventually be resolved, but at this point in time, it has no weight.
Anyone want to jump in here? Because
You'd have to take a different approach from this one. You've already appealed to him this one way. From
Okay.
here on out, it's your call how you want to convince this guy that
you
he
have
needs
You
rats-
to.
got some
Or Vic-
muscle or some
Yeah.
or some deceit.
I've got.
You could beat the shit out of him. You could intimidate him. You could persuade him through sin. You could persuade him. You could weirdly bribe him. But
Honestly, that probably could be another, patience or that patient selfishness possibly, or just
so
saying,
to forge a temporary document to lie to him.
Cunning demonstration.
Go ahead.
well, I didn't. Well, I'd have to switch over because I didn't switch that generosity over to selfishness. So,
Alright.
well, we'll see if that works. Hey, we have all of this right now. It's going to be going through one way. We're just trying to make this clean.
All right. You're gonna throw some bullshit half-ass paperwork at him and see if it bowls him over, and he'll probably tell him he's getting the real stuff later.
Nope, not at all. He doesn't believe me.
He's still not buying it.
Sorry.
Cunning demonstration. Quick fixes. Jury rigging.
That's more like
Actually doing something.
Yeah.
physical things.
Yeah.
There's other routes you have not taken. He cannot be persuaded through decency at this point. And you attempted to forge something at him. He's not buying that. So what else is open that you can do? You could just fucking lie to him.
What about
Yeah.
patience demonstration,
My last one,
education, and knowledge, or is that what you used?
No, I used selfishness because I was trying to, bribe him. So,
Oh, okay.
so
Education and knowledge of how the law works.
That's not going to force him to move quickly. Right now, it's not that he's going to try to keep it for himself necessarily. It's just that it's going to be caught up in courts for a bit. And you're trying to get this as immediate, cashable thing.
What are you good at, Jason?
Yeah.
I'm cunning, patience, demonstration, observation. I'm great up there. I've got vigor and courage, so I.
Arm wrestle for it.
Well, the
Fair fight.
patient
Guns.
demonstration could be just a literal, like, you see how the stuff lasts in courts all this time. So this is literally the process that's going to happen.
The idea here is what's going to happen is you're trying to get this guy to lock in now, so you have this bit of money unit to negotiate with.
Tell us how much it's worth, essentially.
Yeah, as opposed to, well, I'll wait for your paperwork to come through, and that can take years.
Can I try understanding and honesty to kind of find some flaw in his logic that, like, he has to wait on the paperwork?
That's like detecting something you can use against him.
All right.
Well,
I will give you persuasion plus honesty.
Not very good, but all right. We'll try.
we're trying everything,
Yeah,
so...
Nope. I almost went. It was on 6, and then it rolled back.
Give him a stirring speech. If you want to try it, you can. But the idea is like, he's just like, listen, just here's my lawyer's card.
Yeah. Just go. Yeah. Good.
I trust you guys,
So
but I need something. So you do not have that to negotiate.
All right.
It's off the table.
So Blooming Star.
Blooming Star. All right, you guys pull up.
Yep. What's the sign say?
Keep out.
Okay.
It's just
What does
like
it look
with
like?
wire
There's a
doors,
whole-
like what?
That tracks.
You're coming up to a place, and a lot of the orchards around there do actually have netting.
Okay.
This one has like netting that is not see-through.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, you do hear something that sounds like the air gun that's supposed to scare off birds from various orchards, but it's usually like a few pops. And there is a large gate at the front that has some of the more great work behind it, and it's got razor wire over the top of that.
Is this a pot farm?
Do you want to ring the bell?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Bzz. Identify yourself.
I am Cassandra Shelby. I am related to Oma Shelby.
Hildy.
Healthy.
Yeah.
You might say Breenhild as well, but yeah.
Yeah, Brunhilde.
Hold a form of ID up to the camera.
I do.
Okay. You hear some crunching of gravel.
Mm-hmm.
The door like buzzes and starts to slide open, then stops at about one person's width. And you see a dirty looking guy with dreadlocks and flannel
Mm-hmm.
with his hand behind his back, glaring at you. Oh, by that you say you are who you say you are. Why are you here?
Can I do see someone's best side?
Sure.
See someone's best side.
It's like, he's only stabbed someone in the eyes once.
Hello, handsome man.
Yay!
You're like Bob Marley.
That doesn't necessarily mean you're a nice person.
5s and 1s.
Okay, 5s will do it. This guy is scared.
Hi.
He's not sure what the fuck you showing up means.
Hi.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Somebody's going to need to talk him down from where
Does
he is.
he know that she's dead?
You don't think he does. And you have this sneaking suspicion he knows probably more than a lot of people. So one of you is going to have to figure out how you talk this guy down.
Persuasion, honesty. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this. That Oma has passed away. And we're here. She had.
Who was it?
No, she died of natural causes.
Like, she's just really old, man.
Yeah.
Make your roll, actually.
Yeah.
You got this, Ross.
I believe.
I see 4s.
Yep, 4s.
You're gradually talking down.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Yeah, I can pull up her, or like, see, obituary. It's in the paper. Or on, like, I saved it probably.
They didn't get her.
Too.
Yeah.
You're not the feds, are you?
No. I'm
Do
a
I
granddaughter.
look like a fed?
I'd go to-
I'm a junior in high school, dude.
He looks paranoid as fuck. All right.
Do I smell marijuana on him?
Oh, God, no, you can see past him. This is an actual pot farm.
Yeah.
And that part's probably legal.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
That's what I was thinking,
Yeah. In the state currently, it is legal, but
Yeah.
those places are actually like fucking fortresses.
Yeah. Of course.
All right. Office.
Okay.
He turns and swings his hand around. For a freebie, you spot a gun.
Yeah.
He is not happy at the moment.
Yeah.
So he leads you guys to an office if you choose to follow.
Yeah.
He seems trustworthy.
He pops the gun into a drawer and slams it.
Yeah.
Fuck. You're sure she's dead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are
We
you-
just we're at a funeral. There were ashes.
You're sure?
Well,
He just stares at you in disbelief for a couple seconds when you say ashes.
She was cremated.
like they have a death certificate and everything. I wasn't there when it happened, but like,
We know people who were,
yeah.
and they wouldn't lie because they're
They
like,
won't-
Well, yeah.
They want
they're
this as
just that
We're trying to
way.
figure out her inheritance. And we're
What do you
going
think about it? Who was present when she died?
Christopher and Jim. Was it just Christopher?
At the actual moment of death?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just him.
You're starting to wonder now.
Yeah.
Or it's a contact hire, not sure.
Yeah.
You're absolutely sure. She's actually dead.
Yeah.
Not off somewhere doing whatever the fuck.
I think she'd be angry at us going through her things.
Oh, shit.
Also,
Yeah.
there's hospital records and stuff.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So, I'm guessing you're here about the farm.
Yes.
Just the farm.
Yeah. Just her.
Well, Blooming Star. I mean, all of it.
Well,
Yeah, just the farm.
yeah.
Okay. How long do we have to clear out? And you're evicting us, right?
No,
No, we just want to know. We
how
don't
much
know.
it's worth.
Yeah.
Just the farm.
Yeah.
You guys can try to get a little more out of him if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah. I will.
Understand.
The question is, do you want to?
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Hi, Ghost.
Understanding deceit, see through lies.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
3 5s.
There's a lot more than pot farming going on here, you imagine. Also, this place looks old. Like, older than before the legalized marijuana bit. and
Persuasion with corruption. Look, we know she was.
In
she
a
had
lot
a
of
lot.
shit.
Yeah, we should know she was. She had her fingers in a lot of things.
We know you're not just growing
We
marijuana
just want
here.
our fair share.
Okay.
So we're not cops. We don't care.
Good roll.
Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah. 5s. Yeah.
So you want to buy us out? Or rather, we'll buy you out, and
Mm-hmm.
Shelby name comes off this place, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's fine.
Never again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you just buy us out, we have enough other problems to deal with.
Okay. Shit. Contact. Here's the name of a. He gives you some real estate, some information about some people who would be able to affect that transfer more quickly.
Mhm.
Some official people, because there's a lot of some federal fingers in this as well as state fingers.
Yeah.
Effectively, they are offering you 3 money units for a buyout.
Yeah.
They will buy you out. It will be as soon as possible, and it's not a promissory note at this point in time, but once that, he says he's going to get on the horn with legal.
Because he really seems to want this to happen.
He wants you guys gone.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants you the fuck off this farm.
Yeah.
You're wondering about why, but
No, we're
he
not.
might not be.
No,
Understanding and corruption.
Is he swindling?
What other
Is that
things
a
could they
fair
be
price?
doing here? 3s. Oh, 8s.
Okay, when I said this was old and it predates legalized marijuana, it predates medical marijuana in Washington.
Yeah.
It's an old building. Those are some really impressive plants.
Yeah.
There's also some plots with no plants on them. There's also what looks like is that a door in the ground?
So other manufacturing, like meth, or what would else look?
You get the weirdest feeling the marijuana is a legal cover for something.
Jesus.
And after everything else you've seen that Oma was into,
Yeah.
it's up to you.
Yeah.
If you want to pursue this, or just be like, 3 money units, we're fucking out.
Yeah, yeah.
We know nothing. All right. That will go through. You will have that to
Can I
negotiate
do
with.
understanding deceit to make sure that's fair price?
We'll take it.
How's this?
Yeah.
The manor is a large, several bedroom old manor, not a
Okay.
McMansion, and that's worth 2.
Okay.
That
All
also includes the barnyard area, the pond,
Okay.
and everything. Yeah, this is a shit ton of money.
Okay.
It's 3 units. So if you're willing to let that slide, cool. You've got 3 units to work with.
All right, that's fine. Like, we're doing with what we can here. Like,
All right.
we got to divest ourselves from, the narco syndicates. Yep. I think that's about as moral as we're going to get today. Yeah.
So we still don't know what the vineyard's worth, and we don't know what hard times.
The vineyards are essentially a no-go for immediate negotiations. It's something that'll eventually pan out, but you can't promise. You haven't figured out hard times. Or if you want to figure out hard times, I'll leave that to be figured out later. It's your call.
Okay, well, how about this? So with a +3, that takes it to 17.
Yep.
So 2 people get 6, 1 person gets 5, and hard times.
One person gets 5 and hard times, and then when the vineyard gets sorted out, they'll just all split it equally.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
Simple enough.
Fair.
Okay.
So you have to figure out who gets what.
Well, we just did.
Yeah.
So
Well, who gets the hard times?
Let's draw lots.
Denise.
Oh,
Denise,
Denise
yeah.
does?
I think it's going to be at least worth 1.
Okay.
It's probably going to be worth 2.
How are you going to convince everybody to go with this? We'll summarize this as much as possible just to kind of wrap this up.
So I guess we each talk to our own parents, and Yuto and I will say we just have to take this and move on with our lives.
Yep.
Like, this is the really good deal.
Yeah.
We don't want to dig any further.
Go home to Japan.
Yeah.
And
We all
you
go
don't have
on.
to think about Oma or
Yeah.
any of this shit
And-
that led us here.
And
We get
Kinsley
6
and I
money units.
are just kind of standing before Jim, our dad, and just saying, like, look, the fight's over. Whatever this is done, this is what we're going to be taking.
And Daddy, I got you the truck, even though it was supposed to be Charlie's.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll have that figured in. All right. Let me see here. We'll do some wrap up after this and figure out what's going on with that.
Yeah.
What appeals do you want to use to make sure that everybody is satisfied outside of telling them they got kind of something they wanted?
I got 6 dice on persuasion and purity.
It's all you.
So talk to Dad.
Yep.
Crafty Charlie.
Do I get any bonus dice for secrets?
Do you want to drop a secret on him?
Yeah, the pot farm. Looming secret.
Give him the pot farm.
Looming, sorry.
All right. Do you also want to talk about the other secret you know?
I was going to say, let me use the pop farm.
Oh,
because-
yeah, no. Screw it.
Yeah.
Go home. I know about the marriage. I don't want to, but it came up.
Okay.
3 dice?
That's okay. It's a basic secret. I'll give you 2 for that one.
Okay.
Weaponized secrets.
7s.
I see 10s.
10s, yeah.
10s, yeah.
All right. Well, you've been very industrious.
You're
must
definitely a Shelby.
I must take after
even
Hill. I must take after Grandma.
Well, let's hope not too much.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
If you keep this up, are you sure you want to keep doing the deeper college thing?
At least a couple years in grad school would do me good.
Okay. Well, you seem to be making your own way there anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Yuto present for this?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'll go in the family business. I'm not ruling it out, but I want to understand myself.
Yuto, you're good too?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
I think this is fair.
If everybody else agrees,
The
then
best of all the
Yeah.
drama.
I'll be fine with this. Your mom looks kind of pissed off, but seems like she
She
was
always is
expecting
pissed
more.
off.
She might have been expecting more. You're not sure, but at this point,
6 money units.
I'm going to say out of character at this point. You feel like maybe you remember, you see her scowling, and then you remember Oma scowling, and one scares you more. It's up to you which one.
Well, yeah.
It's your call. But so you both agreed. Okay, so Charlie is technically in, unless something goes horribly, horribly wrong. Hopefully not. Whom are we speaking with next? Is it Jim or Denise?
I'll talk to Denise.
All right.
I'm essentially doing the same thing.
What is your appeal?
Oh, be sure to shift your shit over.
You can do a shift or a
Yeah.
Figure out what your appeal is and go towards that.
It's the same thing. It's going to be a purity and persuasion.
Okay. Are you going to drop a bomb on her to get a couple extra dice?
You get another point of purity for righting wrong. Since we.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
But
I'm actually maxed out.
Okay, yeah.
So-
You can
Never
tell her
mind.
about your dad, knowing that your dad was paid off.
That one's worth 1. The other one's worth 2.
Oh, which one?
Actually, wait, shit, that's worth 3.
Which
Which
other
one?
one?
The body that you got rid of.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Look what I
The
did for your
body.
mom. I
Yeah.
covered up a murder.
Weirdly, that's a pretty fucking heavy secret to kind of make up for, disparity in dice and all that, and the fact that you're the only one trying to convince her.
Yeah.
It's your call. You don't have to.
I'll give you 10 dice.
Bob Rossing this.
No, I'm gonna do it.
All right.
Like,
Okay. Make your lead in and make a roll.
okay. All right, Mom. Me and the other GKs,
GKs. Awesome. Loving it.
Yeah. It's like, we've been busy. And I think we've got it where everyone in this family is all of the actual kids are gonna come out equally and very well in this. There was some skullduggery that we took care of and got rid of.
Literally. Skullduggery.
You actually have to
Let's
say
go.
it.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was like, it's like, well, for like, no, it's like I'm just saying, like, I'm just gonna start like, we like found some assets, some hidden, some that were very well hidden, and we got rid of some family baggage that would have been very bad,
Baggage?
as in corpse baggage.
Make your roll.
Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, one more. Another one of these.
All right.
Tens.
All right.
Actually, 10s, 4s, and 7s. I got lots.
Mainly the 10s. Corpse. Corpse? Where was this?
Like, out by the barn.
By the barn.
Remember the dog?
Rex?
Yeah.
She looks blankly for a few seconds. Did you find something else there?
Like, oh, we found Rex and sorry, what was the body?
He was just referred to as the druggie.
It's like, oh, and the body of the druggie.
Him.
Yeah. Oma got rid of him, and the dog wouldn't keep digging at the grave, so she got rid of it. She got rid of Rex too.
Okay, that answers a lot. When you say you're acting as everybody's equal,
Like-
even,
It's like, this,
you're going to tell her exactly what
Mom,
she's getting.
It's like, Mom, this family is effed up, but it's still the family.
Are you going to talk about the
so
the
the mom
disparity?
technically got 5, but she also gets the hard times
It's
fund, and we don't know how much that is.
Like the way it's worked out in the immediate, you get slightly less, but there's another whole thing that will be yours once it's dealt with and uncovered.
Okay. No, you know what? It's fine. There's one thing I have to ask and then ask you to forget. You just have to give me yes or no.
Okay.
Howard?
Yes.
Sweetie?
Yes.
Red Sands is still getting paid, right?
Yes.
Okay. You did good. I need some time to myself.
Is it still?
I'm gonna go get some coffee on my own.
There's a point we just
It's okay. I'm gonna go get some coffee on my own. You take all the time you need.
Okay. All right, that leaves...
As I walk away, just then, by the way, as soon as I leave, I finally exhale this breath I've been holding for a very long time.
She's really worried about that red sand payment. Really worried. Okay, so that leaves Jim.
So,
How do you confront Jim?
I guess both of us
Okay,
are sitting
so
in the
pop
kitchen.
farm
Yeah, we're.
is the secret word dropping on him.
Yep.
Okay,
Daddy, guess where I went today?
I'll give you the 1 die for that.
I also am going to drop a couple other things too.
He had a
What do you
gun.
What do you have that's gonna have extra weight? What secrets do you have on them?
So,
I remember one got kind of burned.
oh well, no, burn that, and the secret that we took care of it. So you're going to have to. It's like
Terrible secret of space.
yeah, you're going to basically owing us.
You're
like
trying to
for-
leverage him for the pot farm.
Well, no, for gun and heroin and Oma trafficking and heavy.
Oh, you're
shit.
gonna drop that shit. Okay.
Because at this point we're taking care of things.
I will let. It depends on who wants to make that appeal. Whoever's making the appeal gets to decide what secrets get dropped.
You make a teenager do it.
I mean, I've got see someone's best side. I don't really have persuasion. I have understanding.
I do.
So,
Well, part of me would want to go
but I
with.
have like
There's persuade
a
through
lot.
decency, persuade with sin.
Yeah.
You could lie about certain things.
Yeah.
You could essentially leverage the pot farm thing as a bribe. Let's see.
I have see someone's best side. That's my like best thing.
Part of me, I know this is going on there, but patient's education knowledge,
this is
basically
family
show him
unity.
how many ways
This
we
is a
would be
family-
screwed if we weren't cleaning things up.
like your best. Like I know that you don't want to fight with your family. Like let's.
Again, remember,
put this
you
behind
are
us.
leveraging somebody. So this is
Good lord.
this is a bit of a push. I'm
I
looking
know
at this.
that you didn't want me to be involved in that dangerous shit, like going to the pot farm. But like, this is what Oma left us, and if we don't like just let this go, we're gonna be in bigger shit.
That feels like a
forever.
persuade through decency.
I feel like it's a see someone's best side.
Seeing someone's best side is more perceptive based.
Okay,
So
so
that's understanding something.
all right.
Unless somebody wants to do a setup and then a slam.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So you can see someone's best side and figure out the best approach to them.
So
I mean, I can do that, and then you can try.
Yeah.
we'll just add on top with the patience. and
It'll
demonstration
bump
maybe,
it'll
so.
bump the roll by 1.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I might as well try.
Yeah, go for it. And I'll
right.
you set him up. I'll bring him home.
You set him up, he'll knock him down.
3s.
Yep.
Okay.
3s.
So you'll get one die from that, from her seeing that he just wants this over with. He never asked for this shit anyways. He kind of got defaulted in the end. I mean, really, he was just doing the best with what he was given. He might have known a few things, but what do you plan to leverage him with? And that does determine what you can roll.
Okay, so yeah, so if we get the extra, if I'm using persuasion and we're going through the purity on the best side, basically telling him we wanted to keep your hand. It's like you said not to dig this stuff up. You were right, but also we are cleaning this up to make sure that this doesn't take down our family. We are making sure that that's like we are cutting off the ends that can harm anybody else.
Like the pot farm.
If you want us to do this and show that we are the people that we want to be,
If you're
you
being
will-
nice about it, you can use the pot farm. If you want to be kind of a dick about it, but, shame, 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 you can talk about the drugs and the gun. It's an either or.
How much is the pot farm?
How much? Yeah, how much?
One each.
One each.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
so-
then we use the pot farm.
This is more about how
it'll
you want to behave towards your
It'll
own
be an
father.
extra dice to the pot farm, right?
It's just, one extra die for the pot farm, one from the previous perception.
Okay, so all right, so
And you are attempting to persuade
So
through
that'd be
decency.
5 on my part. So I think it's a pretty good chance. So
I mean, yeah.
Go for it.
I can't roll anything better than that, so.
okay.
And I especially can't because I already helped.
5,
Three
three fives.
All right. You know what? As long as it's fucking over.
That was the point.
And Daddy, I got you the truck.
No, it's good. You did good. Bring me the paperwork. I was talking to some lawyers. There was some weird stuff going on, and Christopher called me?
Yeah, that guy is
Something
a
about-
dirty son of a bitch.
Well, nobody liked him. But
We didn't like him either.
He's
It's
trying
fine.
to steal money from all of us.
That's over. Just take it easy. I'll get on the phone with the lawyers and we'll get this resolved, and should be hopefully soon. Good. Okay, you have basically gotten all your families in line. So, ta-da! Long story short, unless you need some closure, after the funeral, it's Sunday now.
Yeah.
So that coming Monday, some of you might be heading home.
Yeah.
You have
I
until
hug
Wednesday.
Cassie tearfully.
Yep.
Come visit me.
I will.
So let's do epilogues, I guess, real quick. Cassie?
Cassie goes back to school, graduates,
Okay.
and goes on to grad school, not wanting to jump in the corporate world quite yet.
What's she going in for?
She actually starts majoring in archaeology,
Ooh.
digging up the past, and,
Nice.
specializing in reappropriating things back to their places where they belong.
Okay, so Negper kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Does she pursue any of this in the future?
She is not so unselfish that she wants to make sure she gets her rightful part of the inheritance when it comes due. But she is not, and she'll look into Red Sands a little bit, but not.
Okay, that's a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
it's a hell of a rabbit hole.
But she's not going to. She's tempted by it, but on the other hand, she knows she's likely going to get visited by those nicely dressed men if she goes too far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Possibly. I'll give you the nicely dressed men had nothing to do with red sand.
Okay.
It was something entirely different.
Yeah.
Moving on. Howard.
Howard goes on to get a master's in English,
Okay.
and probably starts teaching, and then years later, once he writes a novel along a similar story, but obviously changed well enough so it
A
can,
highly fictionalized
Yes.
biographical account.
yes,
Okay.
disguised as a fictional novel.
Cool. Does he make any weird twists to it, or does it just kind of keep things on the level?
Add some ghosts.
Ooh, people like ghosts.
Add some ghosts.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ghost of Rex.
Make Rex a black dog.
Oh, yeah.
And the grandmother is like just overarching, just this spirit that is just weighing down.
VC
on
Andrews
everything.
is
like
Yeah.
a floating hooded red cape over everything.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin
Oh, yeah.
Singh.
The weight of her shadow. All right. That brings us to Skylar. What is your intended thing? Because there's something else is going to happen to you after because of something you did. So
Oh, okay. So
I'm sorry. It's just actually something that will come up.
No, it's okay. So
So what is your what direction are you going?
primary direction is that he finished out the internship, but found again that interacting with Dad and what he knew was just more than he could take outside of the general political lying. So after he finished it up, he ended up joining a small startup that was developing more sustainable housing and living. So miniature houses and stuff that people could live on, and was doing a lot of test cases out in Eastern Asia to help.
We'll say that does actually fly, but there's one thing that happens in the interim. It happens right after you get back. That happens.
Rex.
Oh my god!
Rex returns because if you guys had taken till Monday, you'd have been contacted by your colleague, the one you sent the letter, the weird cryptic shit.
Oh, yeah.
You would have been given a bit of a talking to by somebody from the NSA telling you to shut the fuck up and never talk about this again. Your friend does not talk to you after this. You're not sure where he went? You don't know if you want to know. Anyhow, Kinsley.
Kinsley graduates high school, and then she decides that she wants to move to Japan to understand her aunt and uncle and her cousin's family better. And so she goes into college for international business.
Ooh.
And she joins their family company.
Awesome. You took Cassie's place.
Essentially.
Nice. No, works. And Yuto.
Yuto goes back to his career in the Navy. Tries not to think about any of this ever again.
Just goes full 20 and never looks back.
Yep.
All right. And that, folks, is the end of The Waiting for Shadow. I know things got a little bit muddled, but that's kind of the point. Questions, comments, suggestions?
So, what is the deal with Red Sands?
Yeah, what was Red Sands?
Do I want to reveal this one?
Yes.
Yeah, well,
The most you would have gotten out of this is there's a weird cult-like appearance of it. Okay, the design of this is basically the exact nature of what is true comes from how hard you pursue things. Mm-hmm. If you did not pursue the drugs that hard and you just went straight after Red Sand, this would have been a slightly more occult game.
Okay.
If you'd pursued the drug thing harder, you could have gotten more involved with the slick gentleman at the funeral.
Yeah.
You were mainly focusing on Oma's past.
Yeah.
Specifically that part, not the current problems.
okay.
Yeah.
Red Sand basically is an entire hook to other things, and it would eventually refer to some dealings in Texas as well. But it's a town in California where some things are happening that shouldn't be possible.
Okay.
And she was involved in some cover-ups.
Yeah, because I was getting a little bit of somewhat hereditary vibes from that particular.
What was the hard times thing?
Hard times. Oh, I forgot to
How
mention.
much was it worth?
Denise made out like a fucking bandit.
Yeah, I figured she probably
Is
did.
that good?
Hard
much
times
was it?
is fucking bearer bonds.
Ooh.
A shit ton of bearer bonds.
How many money units?
I'd say about 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess my mom was
it
happy,
really
I guess.
good.
It's negotiable how much it's worth based off of group size. So with this size, it's 4.
Okay.
Which
So I'm
leaves,
guessing-
leaves enough for a couple if you did want to make off with
Well, we
your
also
own
have the
money.
vineyard. Yeah.
So
The
I'm,
vineyard was only worth one, but
Okay.
you didn't have that to
so
wiggle room.
I'm guessing my mom was kind of like, this was a good deal.
At first, she's like, "What the fuck? Did I just get ripped off? Are you sure?" Oh,
Like,
and those are mine.
Yeah.
it's like, well, it's like, you did good, Mom.
Well, I mean, she deserved it because she got the.
She got the most
got-
shit.
Yeah.
She also she kind of never got funded for college. She had to figure that out on her own.
Yeah.
Weird that the uncles didn't use it. There was kind of a hint in that somewhere. You guys didn't dig into your grandfather much, which is interesting. So I didn't drop as much from that.
Yeah, he seemed flat out boring compared.
Well,
There's a route where he's not.
yeah.
Again, this kind of uses leanings essentially to figure that out. You could have completely dropped the entire inheritance thing, but yeah. Any other odds and ends? I know I didn't police the system as well as I could have. But
Well,
yeah.
I mean, the system was fine. It was just that, like, for us, it was kind of like, what do we do? And,
Yeah.
Insert the position.
What is our objective?
Sometimes it felt like maybe if we had a couple NPCs pulling us in a particular direction, that might
Well,
have been
I think if
give
we-
more clarity.
I think it's more that we didn't have any agendas. Like, we had no reason not to work together.
Okay.
So, like, that's kind of the setup. There was nothing, like, I had no motivation to betray anybody. Like,
Yeah.
oh, no, I got
Yeah.
more money. It's, well, I don't care.
I just kind of
Well, and
assumed that.
mine was funnier. Like I just thought it was funnier if I just followed Cassie around. So like then it's like, no, I really want to work with everybody because the only person we would cut out is him.
Yeah.
Okay, so create more opposition then.
Well, I mean, create more, like, motivations. Like, it's, I mean, I do like that it's open-ended, but, like, maybe if there's a personal reason for each of us to look into a different thing.
So
like-
basically, get your parents to literally tell you need to straighten the shit out,
Or maybe not even our parents, but, like, if one of us had a personal hook into Red Sands, like, maybe somebody contacted us, like, what do you know about Red Sands? Like, what do you mean? You fucking, or, like, someone's like,
Exactly.
like, one of us is in debt to a drug dealer or something. Or, like, maybe someone does contact you from the NSA about, like,
Right.
you need to get those letters. You need to find out what this is. Like,
Yeah.
you get your own special objective because the NSA already knows about her.
So-
and so, like, you need to you're told to go sanitize it, like.
So with not like telling people what their secrets are, maybe leave secret hooks that people can develop a little more
like
organically into the
give
story.
us a narrative reason to go after
Okay.
other objectives other than be like, well, we might like by default it would be family unity. We might as well just be good.
Yeah,
grandkids.
it may suck, but it's still family.
Yeah, 'cause-
Well, yeah, but
yeah, you're right. Because a
we're
lot
still
of us,
benefiting anyway.
All right, no. So give
Yeah.
you like a little more reason to screw with each other. All right.
Yeah, or yeah,
or to come
not
to the
necessarily
field
screw
in
with each other,
revelations.
but pursue specific things.
Right. I didn't push that as hard as I could have
Yeah.
with the whole like you want your own family, part of the family.
Maybe just literally come up with a D10 table and then like everyone rolls and it's a different secret objective.
Okay.
That secret objective. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
like
that'd
some
be a
sort of
good one.
secret objective that you're
can do
trying
that.
to work for.
Or I could just use it as like cards.
Yeah,
That'd be
I
very
mean, yeah,
easier.
whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
but like a
That's-
secret objective would I think would
Okay.
cause people to like look in weirder places.
and each objective gives us some advantage. Like,
Yeah.
the person who's like been contacted by, like maybe the one person was contacted by a documentary filmmaker who's doing an expose on Red Sands, and they just contact, what do you know about your grandma's activities with this cult in California? Like, you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay. Yeah. I can
Or
do
before, like one of the other ones, Oma died, they actually gave you a PO box that is being used to store funds from the farm itself, and then
Or each of us has like a specific memory of us with Oma, and then like, or maybe those are potential objectives where it's like, oh, I remember Grandma talking to this guy,
Or maybe
like,
Oma didn't hate her grandkids.
yeah.
And
Maybe she's not dead.
Maybe, well, but I mean, like maybe she didn't hate her grandkids in that like she hated them, but she hated them less than everybody else.
But she didn't hate.
And so like she has like secret, like she left secret
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
for each of them.
Or she wanted to keep us away from everything because she actually did love us.
In her own fucked up way.
yeah,
Yeah.
just
But she obviously didn't 100% hate us because otherwise she wouldn't have given a shit about the inheritance, or she would have used the inheritance as a way to like have us torture each other. Like, like she could have structured that to be like a really antagonistic.
So I think actually the secret objectives thing would accomplish most of that.
I think,
on its own.
I like, fight for my amusement from beyond the grave.
Exactly.
Okay, no, we can go with that. But
Yeah.
probably actually turn it into a 3-session count thing.
yeah.
Or another thing you could do is like just cut out, like make it more modular in the sense that GM can like just cut out plots to make it 1 or 2 sessions.
Like, yeah. That is part of actually what was already there. I'm still like, this is
Well, and it's kind of what you did is like
Also,
once,
yeah, you
once
have to
they're on a
test
specific
everything, too.
path, then you can streamline
like
that.
I kind of dropped certain threads if you guys didn't immediately jump at it,
Okay.
and that's so like the red sand thing wasn't pushed as hard.
Mhm.
If you had jumped at it a lot more, which you guys like, oh fuck that, no, we're not doing that.
Well, we also didn't know anything about it. We just had the name, and we didn't find anything to connect it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you guys
other just that-
looked at the spreadsheet and possibly a drug dealer. So
Yeah. Other than just
The
being
agent thing.
kind of odd at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then we had more pressing matters like, hey, gun in the Corvette. So
Yeah,
which could have been, it could have been an agent thing, it could have been a drug thing, it could have been anything.
yeah.
Hey, sometimes you just find guns in the Corvette.
If it had gone on like a couple more days, actually, if it had gone on Monday, the handyman you guys never pursued was supposed to die
Mm-hmm.
on your lawn.
Ooh.
In the morning.
in the night.
It would have been a gunshot because that was the weird. There's a lead in for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's the issue of you wouldn't notice a gunshot in that area because the orchards have that air gun that fires off
Mm-hmm.
at regular intervals.
Mm-hmm. So
One of the hooks is Oma isn't dead.
Yep.
She faked her death. That I decided to keep that one away because didn't really. I threw a couple hooks out, didn't quite take. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's
it's play testing.
yeah. Like I said, so okay, no. Again, thanks for putting up with that.
That's good.
Yep.
Quite intriguing.
So that was the weight of her shadow.
Mhm.
Quite heavy.
All right.
Thank you, folks.
We'll
Bye,
talk to you
guys.
guys
Later.
next time.
Bye.